All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Chelsea, welcome back to Fate Grand Order LB4. GACHA. Some sort of Genesis and Terminus. We'll just go with that. Yeah, last time we obviously, started it, went to Bichu, fucked up a little bit. We, we protected the townsfolk, but we also killed the sacred beasts that were also trying to protect them, sort of, kind of. I mean, technically, trying to protect them. It's a, yeah. I mean, yeah. They weren't very effective, and they attacked us. So right, we can't be held liable for that, right? I think we can't be held liable. But anyway, now we are headed off to the northern sacred mountain because apparently someone. Oh, that's because I have my air cooler going. Or it's like a swamp cooler that filters water through a pad that the fan pushes out. I can turn it off. It'll just get really hot in here really fast if I have it off. Okay, also, I should probably turn the audio on in the game. That would help. There we go. Anyway, yeah, so like I was saying, apparently someone claiming to be a god is up in this mountain, and I'm assuming it's probably gonna be Ganesha Jinako, or mainly just Ganesha, I'm assuming. But we shall see. A mountain where one encounters God. Sounds godly. Does it sound better now with the cooler off? Oh, that's okay. That's like a showing the time, the what Yugo we're on.
This is the mountain Asha told us about.
So far, I'm not seeing the god we're looking for. I don't detect a servant reading from here. What can you sense? I think I can sense something akin to a divine aura, but it's too faint to be certain. I sense it too. At least we would seem to be on the right track. Let's keep looking around. Hey, is anyone here? It's Sita, it's me, Rama! I don't think it's Sita, buddy, but you keep dreaming. Is anybody here? Fofo! Fofo! Fo, the most useful of companions. This is getting us nowhere. We should split up and cover more ground. That is very true. I can fly by using my wind fire wheels. I will search from the skies above. Yeah, you do that, Neza. Bye-bye. Don't go too far.
But please don't go too far off, Neza. We don't know what else might be here.
Do you think she'll be okay? Yeah, she'll probably be fine. Don't worry. She's a venerated hero in her own right. I'm sure she'll be fine. She said it herself. She's somewhat similar to us in certain ways. I do agree that her tendency to rush headlong toward her goals with a single-minded earnestness has the potential to cause trouble. But I also doubt there are a few who can keep up with her sheer airborne maneuverability. Besides, it seems we have our own things to worry about.
Yeah, like these beasties.
The Beastie Boys?
Yeah. Figures would be the monster or two hanging around the mountain where the god lives. Think you guys could take these things out quickly so you can get back to looking for them, please?
Yeah, gee, Da Vinci, don't gotta rush us. We're working on it. God damn. So heckin' rude. Hang on, I'm just adjusting something really quick. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Karna. And then I'll keep everything else as is. Put that on. Roland's about 17k bond points away from his bond. Alright, what are we working with? Wolves and boars. You'd think the wolves would just try to eat the boar, but... I'm no animalologist. Animalologist. Perfect. Just as I'd hoped. Not as I'd hoped though, because I thought Karna would. I mean, I know he's neutral, but still. I can't hold too much of a grudge against him though. He is debuffed. I guess I'll give him a break for now, I suppose. I have the ominous feeling though that this debuff will last the entirety of... No, there's no way it lasts the entire Lost Belt, right? Sure, it'll probably... We'll find a way to, like, counter whatever curse or something is on us, right? Surely it won't be a forever thing, right? Probably. Nice, I'd hope. Because doing... I don't think it's even half damage. I think it's only like a 15% debuff on damage. But it's still mildly frustrating. Or who knows, maybe it is like half. I don't know. I don't think so though. Probably like 15, 20. Hard to say. Somewhere in that range. Oh yeah. What would you do if you saw this swarm of bugs coming at you? I'd probably just lay down and die. Like, okay, I die here. That's fine. Karna's not gonna kill it, is he? Yeah, okay, well. Such is life, I suppose. Such is life. Alright, Karna, buddy, chill. Don't gotta go. And so, you're fine. No, it's still more damage than he would have done with a normal attack, so I'll take it. Alright. Durandal and Dracos. Should get it nice and finished off. There we go. Maybe all this fighting drew in that god. Probably not though. Probably not. We wouldn't be so lucky. Unless...
Have you disposed of all the hostiles then? Yes, it was no problem. I don't think the Ortonax has ever been in better shape. It's so much more stable now than it was before you came to the Wandering Sea. Not only does it have properly outfitted equipment now, but having both Da Vinci and Shion fine-tune it is like...
this one proverb I heard a while ago. Giving an ogre a heavy weapon? Are you the ogre in this scenario then? You're not? Okay, well. That's fine. Something's not right.
I knew it!
I thought it sounded strange as soon as the words left my mouth. No, I don't think he's referring to your saying, Mash. Kidoki's the one who taught me that expression, but I think something might have gotten lost in translation. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with Japanese sayings either. I was speaking about our enemies. They are indeed all gone, but there is still something else here. Something whose intentions I cannot discern. A god? Huh? There. Huh? Show yourself. The dust cleared to show... Oh! Oh, Pepperoncino! Hey, buddy! You're the crypto here, huh? A human with a sublimely beautiful body. Okay? A body with perfect symmetry. As if it were the epitome of genderless beauty. Their lips curved in an indomitable but amicable smile. Even after Karna's spear sailed past them, grazing their side and obliterating a boulder with sufficient force to impale 100 frail-bodied humans. They were smiling. They were smiling with the same casual ease as a person enjoying a gentle breeze at an outdoor cafe. Their face betraying not so much as a hint of fear or panic. It was as though they... Actually, wait, I already knew that because of the cue, because Pepe... Right now, I already technically knew that. I think he even said as much yesterday. I was like, oh, is that the... Because Pepe was talking... I don't remember if it was Caddick or Beryl he was talking to. But he mentioned having a thing in his lost belt. Oh, he's talking to Daybit, right. I don't know why I thought it was Caddick. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. It was as though they had not a care in the world, even after being millimeters from death. My. Since when is a servant supposed to go tossing spears at fragile little humans? I mean, you were hiding. Were you a normal human, I would indeed be deeply ashamed. But I sensed such an attack would not nearly be enough to end you. Now that I've seen you for myself, I'm even more confident in that assertion. Well, doesn't that just smack of a bit of ex post facto covering your derriere, honey?
I thought I'd hidden myself pretty well. So imagine my surprise when that spear wasn't past me. Oh well, that's what I get for not being more careful about investigating strange noises. You're...
Pepperoncino!
Hey, long time no see, Mashy. Oh my, you're so much more expressive now than you were the last time I saw you. Well, I think that's just peachy.
Are we gonna have a nice sit down with him? That'd be nice. Or her. Pepe still confuses me on that front. In this quest, you'll form a party immediately before the battle begins. Sure. But apparently not, seeing as how we're about to fight a berserker. The moment I saw that thing soaring across the sky, I was overcome with emotion. Loathing as foul and putrid as excrement. Rage so hot it could blind me. And above all, some thing I couldn't ignore no matter how hard I tried. Which is why I had to destroy it no matter what. What? Who are? Well, Neza has something going on. That's not okay, well. I'm sure she'll be fine, right? I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen. Scandinavia, Peperoncino. You're one of the cryptos.
Absolutely. And you must be Caldia's new director. As for you, why, you must be Mashy's master, Ritsuka.
That's right.
Oh my, how forthcoming of you. I like that. If you're here, Peperoncino, then you must be the cryptor in charge of this lost belt, aren't you? Yes, I suppose I am.
So you're here to stop us from cutting down the tree of emptiness? I don't know, actually.
Oh, right. Almost slipped my mind. Before we do that whole song and dance, there's something I really should warn you about.
Oh, and what is that?
Don't get me wrong, I'm perfectly happy to sit here and chat with you all you like. But maybe you should be a little more concerned about your absent friend right now.
So is that your servant attacking her?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, it is. Look out! Something's plummeting right towards you.
They're servants.
One of them's Neza, but her vital signs are dropping like a rock!
And the other one is... what in the world?
Well... What do you mean, what in the world? Details, woman!
Neza! Master, it's Neza, but her body is...
What?
I failed. I was careless, Master. I'm sorry.
What? Well, she'll just go back to Chaldea, right?
This is beyond terrible. It would be one thing if I had only lost but this. Master, I'm so sorry. I wish I could have helped you more.
Oh. Well, that's probably not good.
Keep your guard up, Master. We can mourn for her later.
Those dust clouds are clearing away, and whoever killed Neza's about to step out. Neza? I'm afraid not. Yes, it's Neza, but she's not the one we know.
I'll be direct. The Neza you know is gone. Her spirit origin has completely vanished.
Neza Alter?
The Neza before you now is not the one summoned at the Wandering Sea, nor the one who was once present at Chaldea. I suspect that servant there is a different side of Neza, and an enemy who serves this lost belt.
Hi.
Report. Individual exercise complete. Hereby returning to my duty as a divine general.
Eliminating foreign elements. What? commencing operation. I have a report to make. That tall man is gone. I didn't even see him leave. Oh, that's probably concerning. That's concerning too. But we don't have time to go looking for him now. I don't know if this Neza is his servant or not. But her intentions couldn't be more hostile. Probably not. She said Divine General. Probably works for whoever this god is. Heck, she might even be alive right now. Or I guess her second life. But she would have already died once as Crown Prince. And this is her. But yeah. Actually, you know, that's what I'm betting on, actually. given Lost Belt's propensity for giving us living servants, that's my guess, is this is the alive Neza that works for a god, probably. We'll have to focus on dealing with her first. Here she comes, Master. And Mesh, I know how you feel right now, but you need to get your heads in the game.
Right. Disengaging Orton X limiters. Preparing for full-powered anti-servant combat.
You killed our Neza. How dare you? We will tear you asunder. Yeah, I might as well take that off. Don't have any teapots left. You know what I could do? I could... I kind of want to have Mash in just for that 20% boost. To everyone else. And I don't have to have her in front for that, right? It works even if she's in the back. Yeah, no, I'm talking about her boost that gives everyone else the 20%. Like hers specifically works in the back, right? Like her, I mean, this only works in main story, but I'm pretty sure it works when she's in the behind. All right, to battle. Mash's bond bonus is worse than just... Well, too late now. I mean, 20% is pretty good. Yeah. You know... Again, I get, like, story reasons and the fact that, you know, it wouldn't make sense, but this would be a cool costume for Neza. Unless it is, but I doubt it. As an unknown mystic, Haldia's Neza never appears in any future story chapters or... Huh. I mean, I was gonna say, does that imply that she was like permanently? No. Because it shouldn't be an issue for them to just re-summon her generally. I would think. Especially since they save the spirit origin patterns or whatever. So I would think resummoning her wouldn't be a problem. But maybe not.
燃えよベイバロンドムスアウレアよ砕けラウスティラのクラウディウス
Like within like story canon, like obviously gameplay wise you still have her, but
ロササングイス
or not gameplay wise, but like you personally obviously. Oh boy. Okay. Well. Okay, is this an evade I can like attack through, or is this one that's a whole turn no matter what? Let's see, come on. Okay, it's 3. Alright. Well, in that case, we'll just do a Castoria combo, so her extra attack will hit. At the very least. Oh wait, doesn't I forgot? Doesn't Demon King Nobu have Ignore Invincible in one of her skills? Maybe not. Ow. Glad I have my anti-berserker. AKA Beast. Anti-everything. Really. Well, anti-everything in the main 7 anyway.
見るがよい。これが貴様らの繁栄の答え。欲望の空を切り裂く流星のきらめきである。ペイバロンドムスアウレア。
Okay, well, we're getting Noble Phantasm. That's great. I love that. I love getting... Was that a different animation? Or am I crazy? I'm probably crazy. R.I.P. Meshu. I don't see Neza's Noble Phantasm very much. It's the same, okay. It's been a while since I saw Neza's, so I was like... It didn't... It was familiar, but like I didn't... Yeah. Was not certain.
She's strong.
Battle's proceeding smoothly. Victory is at hand. You might be a little more talkative than Aneza, but you don't understand your situation at all. Denied. There's nothing wrong with my analytical capabilities. Pepe? Higher priority recalled. Disengaging from battle. Oh, are you trying to... Is your duty to catch him? Or... Damn, she got away. Was she acting on her master's orders? I can't tell. But that Neza was a formidable fighter. Indeed. I sense that she is optimized for this land. If we had kept at it, one of us would have ended up resorting to releasing the full power of the Noble Phantasm. Perhaps we should be grateful that this mountain where the god we are looking for resides still stands intact.
Foe.
Mash. Yeah, I know, Pepe was a good buddy. I know what's going on. It's a lot like the tides. No matter how much you plead or how much you pray, there are some things you can't stop. And you just have to accept them. I got to know Neza pretty decently myself after I met her on the Wandering Sea. It's true that I was interested in how her mechanical body was made with sage arts, but I also felt like we were similar somehow? And so I know that Neza was a great warrior, and an upstanding servant. I'm sure she was prepared for this much more than she needed to be. She would never want you guys to be so sad about her that you stopped moving forward.
Yes. You're right.
Let me just ask you one thing. Did she die in vain? Not at all. The enemy's sheer mobility was like few things I've ever seen. If Neza hadn't come in contact with them first, they might have taken us by surprise and critically injured all of us. If that's what you think, hero of benefaction, then it must be true. Then when we get back and I make my report to Shion, I'll tell her Neza fulfilled her duties admirably.
I'm sorry. I'm okay now. Let's get back to work.
Agreed. Now is not the time for you to worry about this other Neza. We'll handle that analysis on our end. Although one thing I did notice in your battle just now was that she did not appear to be subject to this world's estrangement effect, as you are. So we may be able to learn more about that effect by focusing our efforts there. This world's estrangement effect. That's a good way to put it. It doesn't feel like we aren't truly in this world, even though we clearly are.
Anyway, we won't have answers for you guys, anytime soon. So I'd like you guys to keep going with your god search for now.
Then we'll do just that. Come now, cheer up. King's orders. Moping around won't get us anywhere. Sometimes you have to say goodbye before you're ready, and others you get to meet someone you never expected to. That's life. Now come on, Master. We have a new god to meet. Okay, let's go find them.
Foe! Yes, Master. I promise to give this search my full effort.
Pepe watching us? Or not? Okay. I thought it was gonna, after she like walked away, that I thought it would like cut to Pepe watching us, but I guess not. I guess that what Holmes meant was Nezina is gone, her spirit origins completely vanished, and that damage was severe enough to not even records to be sent to the throne. Maybe. Alright, here we go. Unknown class. I'm still putting my bet on it being Ganesha. We'll see though. All that aside, all that aside. Where is this god? I can sense something nearby, but I don't see them anywhere. I've actually worked up a sweat from walking around so much. I think I'll take a little break here. I was right. Aha, this rock should make a fine seat. Rama. That ain't a rock. Or at least, not just a rock, anyway. There we go. Ah! What in the world was that? It sounded like a pig squealing for its life. I can't take it anymore. Free! A beautiful boy's beautiful body coming in direct contact with me. I'm choosing to believe this is a Ganesha trait and not a Juniko trait, because No, it's probably Jiniko. Let's be real here. It's probably okay. I mean, never mind that. Testing. How dare you humans, mins. Bow your heads before me. You're in the presence of a god, odd. Leave here at once if you value your lives, Ives. Do that and I promise your family will live in health and your business will prosper. What the? Did the rock just talk? Foe. Special translation. Alright, kill it with fire. Maybe we should not do that, foe. Maybe we should, what was that? What a cheeky little animal you are, daring to challenge a god. Yes, I can understand you. Know why? Because I'm a god. Very well then, if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have. Have. Now leave all your money behind as an offering. Ying. I don't think so. She is moon cancer, right? I believe. So we want a ruler. Scotty. Or an alter ego. I guess an alter ego would also work. Yeah, sure. Melt. I could bring in my own moon cancer, I guess. Or a ruler. But nah, I'll just put Baz at the front of the line here. This should be fine. I doubt Ganesha's all that powerful, right? There we go. I'm like 90% confident we'll only have to take down the first break bar, but we'll see. Why did I leave Draco in front? And I don't have the right fucking... Oh my god, I have the wrong Mystic Code equipped. Frick. Okay, well. That's fine. The elephant. Or maybe that was just her groaning inside the statue. Honestly, I can't tell either way. Increase NP strength for yourself. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Okay. Well, at least Melt's doing her job. I can't say much about anyone else. But to be fair, no one else has had opportunity really, so perhaps I'm being a tad unfair. Alright, let's give him his invincible. Oh boy. Oh, okay, that wasn't anything. Well, how pathetic. Alright.
さてと
トラントおあいにくさま。
甘い
Alright, that should end the fight. I hope. Oh, okay.
俺をバカだと侮ったのが敗因よ
I tensed up for a
バ
second.
カじゃないよ
When's the story back for enemies? I have no idea. Let's see, okay. Worship me, praise me, spoil me, run to the convenience store. Chinako, run your own errands. God, you're literally a god now. You can Bleh. Hikana, this divine aura. It can't be what I think it is, can it? Don't move, Rama. This won't take long. Huh? What? What? That was easy. That was, probably easier than it should have been. Hey, watch it! Do you have any idea what a close shave that was? Also, what singularity is this? I'm in the Lost Belt chapters. So this is Lost Belt 4. You don't gotta Tippo, got chill. It's just a question. Hey, watch it. Do you have any idea what a close shave that was? Your spearhead was just a few centimeters away from making a yucky shish kebab out of my flab. I'm on the America Singularity, coincidentally as Rama and Karna. Yeah, I can see why that, yeah. Yeah, no, this is a much later story chapter. So it might be kind of spoilery. Karna? What are you doing here? I was just about to ask you that. What are you doing here? Interesting how they... Actually, wait, was it? Maybe not. Okay. Why is it censored? Faux? I guess I wanted to keep it a secret for the next node. I see. Okay. Great time to return his Lord Logris is this New Year's. Isn't this next New Year's when Richard was supposed to drop? Even though he ended up dropping early, but... Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's probably just gonna rerun Richard, more than likely. Because the only reason he came out early was because of Strange Fake, so I doubt they'd move anyone else up in regards to that. But, who knows. Alright, well, looks like we're fighting her again. for some reason. Can I get a... I don't want to use... Scotty. I could just use Jinako herself against it. That'd be kind of funny. Oh, actually... Yeah, Ruler Melu. Sure. Alright, let me take, actually, no, I'll leave Draco in front, but equip the proper... There we go. That's what I want. And then... I'll just swap her out for Bazit when we start the battle. Karna? What are you doing here? I was just about to ask you that. What are you doing here? Hmm? There was a woman in there? You know, I know she's canonically chubby, but I don't like how chubby they made Jinako. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but... Hey, there's no one in here. Pay no attention to the gal behind the curtain. Did I just say something? What a strange feeling. I have no idea why I said I was just about to ask you that, or what it was I wanted to say afterwards. That's weird. This is all very unclear, even to me. Oh, he didn't say oh. Interesting, okay. Weird remembrance there. I thought they were just censoring the god's name, but no. I've never met this woman, a woman before, and yet. It's strange. I don't know how to describe this feeling. It feels as though I've just met the light of my life. And like I've just encountered my big sister. And like I've just encountered my life coach. And like I've just encountered someone who needs to be cared for and tended to all at once. I'm afraid I don't know how else to put it. Yeah. Poor Jinako. So that's what's going on. I guess that makes sense since Karna's not a god. So he just vaguely remembers his former masters from other worlds. I mean, it's still impressive compared to other servants, I guess. Having some demigodness helps him out, I guess. Are you gonna be something for Space Rescue? I want to, but I have poor self-control, so whenever someone pops up, I'm like, well, I'll just throw some Saint Chords in here. So I don't know if I'll have what I need to pull for a rescue goal. We'll see, but I'm hoping to. What's yours looking like for this year? Upcoming Aoko and Alice in the Mahueo event. After that, Tiamat in the Lilim Harlot rerun. CL, Space Rescue Goal, Dubai BB, Phantasmoon, and maybe the Hibiki Chikagi Servant. Maybe. That one I'm iffy on. But For the most part, it's the collab servants and then like BB Dubai and Ereshkigal. Mostly. And then right now I've been wasting Saint Quartz on single polls for Jolter. Because again, poor self-control.
So he just vaguely remembers his former masters from other worlds. Oh well, can't help that now. Besides, nobody has to know as long as I keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I guess not. I think there was someone else on the list, but I'd have to go back through the banners for this year. And double check. Because I feel like there was someone else that I wanted, but... hard to recall.
So you feel like we're friends even though we've never met before, What do you know?
That's more or less how I feel too.
I get the feeling a lot of stuff's happened, but I can't seem to remember any of it clearly.
Hey, doesn't this remind you of one of those RPGs where the protags got amnesia and a tortured past? Yeah, yes. I wonder when we'll get to the cutscene where I awaken to my hidden power. Not that waking up is really all that high on my to-do list, really. Personally, I prefer to hang out in the starter village and wait for someone else to defeat the final boss. I feel like most RPGs don't work that way. After Historia, Uesugi Kenshin, Space. Yeah, I tried going for Kenshin on her original banner last year, but I didn't get lucky, sadly. I might go. Yeah. Oh yeah, she does. Maybe that's who I was thinking of. Is the one I was missing. Because I think she does have another banner this year. So yeah, maybe that's who I was thinking of, but couldn't remember. Probably. Yeah, Jinika, I don't think that's how most. I'm assuming you're talking about single player RPGs. That's not how that works, girl.
I see you're
A very unique person. Yeah, something like that.
Wait, there's one thing I know for sure. You're human. But then how are you cloaked in a divine aura? Oh, that. Sorry, Karna, but you got it all wrong. I guess not even your vaunted sight managed to see all the way to the truth of the matter this time. Meh. Me, human. Perish the thought. I'll have you know I'm one of the best known and most popular gods in the whole world. Just call me Ganesha. ...
Even though it seems like Jinako is like 70% of the influence, if not more. How about I to whispers? Taking a good. Yeah. I appreciate it. I'm awkward and don't know how to respond to things. Yeah, good luck with your saving, and don't be like me and don't spend all your Saint Quartz on random pop-ups.
Hey, which one of you just called me Indian mythology's sideshow act? Look, I can understand why you'd do a double take at a gal with an elephant for a head, but my fame and divinity are the real deal.
Yeah. Sure are, Jinako, sure are.
So show me the respect I deserve, damn it.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Of course I respect Ganesha, and I can more or less tell
That your divine aura is genuine. But then there's this other aura that couldn't be further from divine.
Yes, that's it exactly, Rama.
I'm impressed. It only took you a moment to see through this being's true nature. Hey, you don't gotta be that impressed.
From what you have said, the young lady appears to be a pseudo-servant, with the divine spirit Ganesha as a core. Ganesha is known for many things, including wisdom, wealth, prosperity, fortune, business, and the removal of obstacles.
truly fascinating.
Chaldia had its fair share of divine spirit servants of all kinds, but this one looks to be much more like its vessel than the spirit inhabiting it. I think Juliang, only with a divine spirit instead of a heroic one. I've definitely heard the name Ganesha before, and I think I at least know the essentials about him. His elephant head is probably his most famous aspect, and he's also said to be the son of Shiva's wife, Parvati. It's too bad Parvati's not here with us. Then you could have had a nice mother-child reunion. Yeah, she's around too? Oh, not right now. I was just speaking hypothetically. Do you not wish to see her? Oh, well, it's not like I'd mind or anything. It's just awkward being in this body. I just really don't care for the way she always blurts out whatever she's thinking. Does she? Well, I'm at it. Would it have killed her to give birth to me in a more normal way? How did she give birth to you? As for my old papan, well... he's the guy who cut off my head and figured everything would be fine if he just stuck an elephant in its place. Yeah. So I'm not sure I'd really know what to say if I ran into him now. Basically, even I, Ganesha, might start freaking out a bit if both my parents were here. Well, don't you worry, we've not been able to summon your dear old papan. Though I do still respect them, I think. Oh, okay. I see. That sounds complicated. Ufa, I've had just about enough of this. Well done on finding a divine spirit servant, but you didn't come all this way to waste time on meaningless drivel. Who's this fat, a stout old guy? You were about to say fat, weren't you? Well, I'm a god, so I figured I'd show some mercy and not diss you at our first meeting. Jinako? Is that so? Well, how bloody kind of you. Frankly, you're the last one here who should be commenting on my physique. Does this mean you can now have a friend with whom you can discuss fitness? Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're going to do for sure, Karna. They'll get right on that. This may be cause for celebration. What are you talking about? I don't want to celebrate anything like that. At any rate, that man is something like the supervisor of my current master, Ritsuka. Damn right I am. I'm not just a noob with a bit of extra girth. I'm the leader of this entire operation. Right, You're a rogue servant, are you not? Then be a good lass and help us out. What? You wanna make me work? Hard pass. Ninja vanish. She went back inside that statue. We need all the help we can get to keep the nearby village safe. Especially now that we've just lost one of our most capable allies. It sounds like you guys have it rough. Yeah. But sorry, can't help. If you need someone to help you fight, you'd better try some other god. Honestly, I don't want to fight even a little bit. I'm just gonna hang out in here and keep enjoying my sweet, sweet shut-in life. It's actually way more comfortable in here than it looks. It's got cushioning out the wazoo, and of course, it's fully air-conditioned. Where is the air conditioner? Where would you even put that? In the axe, maybe? I can even manifest handheld game consoles in here thanks to my mysterious godly powers of wealth. I'm jealous. There's nothing like a good roguelike for killing time. I could play those for hours on end. She's stubborn. I know from experience how hard
can be to get her to act. At least I think I do. Master, would you happen to know if there are any stores around here that sell Swiss rolls? Why Swiss rolls? They're a preference of hers. I was speaking figuratively. Right. I only meant that I have some idea of how to handle her. If you got a way to convince her to help us, go for it. Understood. Then I will drag her out of there by force. Not the most diplomatic solution, but for some reason I get the sense that we would actually be doing her a favor. Nice. Yeah, I guess. Indeed. This is how we usually handle gods who refuse to listen to reason. No way, my butt shall not leave these cushions. I'm warning you, anyone who tries to mess with my shut-in lifestyle is in for a seriously bad day. Did you not learn anything from... Okay. Whatever. It's still hard for me to believe she's a god when she says things like that. But we can't afford to back down now. Yeah, I guess not. I'll help Karna try to get her outside as peacefully as peacefully. Right. Pwah, you fools. Our earlier battle was just a demo. Now witness Ganesha's full power. You know, methinks Ganesha can't really wield their full power with you as their host, I'll be honest. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Maybe who knows? Maybe Jinako is a better body host than I would think, but I don't really count on it. All right. Let's just do this. Alright. Fragaraku. Yeah. I thought about May. I should have done a Baz at full combo. Whatever. I nearly did, but too late now, I suppose. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, it's just, this should probably guarantee it, right? I should think so. Hopefully she'll listen to reason. Nemo helps her with her... Okay. Oh damn, we have to take her down fully, huh? Jinako, why could you just not give up? I don't wish to do this to you, but you give us no choice. Oh. Oh boy. Ow. Well, I'm sorry. You know, we didn't mean it. You know, that didn't do much. Ganesha, you, I think you maybe have too much of a girth on ya to be super effective.
これで
It was a full turn invincible. Just do that. Rude.
こ
Alright.
れでよかろうよ
ドラゴンパック
ダイヤの
に
ように
感想したらも
輝くぞ
しいかも。
俺
Yeah, yeah. This should do it.
みんなキャビンで待ってて。チュッチュッ。わ
What?
あ、それ僕たちのセリフ。ガッチャイマスター。夏のブレスを見せてあげる。行きなさい。スプライトアルビオン。
So,
大天使
Ruler
のカードを
Melu
与え
is
たまえこれこそ
lovey-dovey?
音に聞こえし絶世剣壊れることなきデュランダル
要救助じゃないか。
先に行ってくれ
Okay. Why?
簡単。
力道します
Please.
ハイアングルエアダイバー。
Yeah, we have to. We're taking another Noble Phantasm. That's for sure.
頂点装置。今野獣から檻が放たれた。
Normal Mill is the same.
僕の魅力で押しつぶしてやる。それでよう追い詰めたつもりか。
Interesting.
この姿で彼らにやるねやるね。
I guess she just opens up after getting to Chaldea or something. Because I don't know. She always... I mean, to be fair, it's only when I use normal her as a support. She struck me as very, moody?
要救助重く硬く強く
I don't know.
やるね。
Oh boy.
バンカーボルトリロード。面倒になってきた。はい、いいよ。この
Okay, please, Ganesha. Just die. Die for me, please.
みんなキャビンで待ってて。チュッチュッ。わあ、それ僕たちのセリフ。ガッチャイマスター。夏のブレスを見せてあげる。行きなさい。スプライト
I think that may have done it? Yes, okay.
どう？見とれちゃった？スポーティーだったでしょ？
Yes, you're very sporty. Uh-huh. No, my paradise suit! Well done. It's good for your health to get outside and exercise now and then. Gah. Why do you have to be so boring and right all the time, Karna? Who do you think you are, my dad? My mom? How strange. I'm certain I have no connection to Ganesha, yet I find myself inexorably compelled to help you. Was I a fan of Ganesha back when I was alive? I don't think so. I don't think that's the reason. Ah, so we've won. We've won, right? Then since we now hold your life in our hands, you're going to cooperate with us whether you like it or not. Gordolf, shut the fuck up. Ugh, this freaking guy again. You know, the way you just expect I'm gonna go along with whatever you say reminds me of a teacher I had back in middle school. I really hated that guy. Maybe your fat ass needs a bit of divine retribution from abusing your authority. Listen, I just want to talk. Don't go all divine on his ass, please. Will you hear what we have to say?
Well, I do feel a kind of kinship with you. seems you look to be the only other plain Jane here.
Oh.
So I guess I can at least hear you out. Especially since it doesn't look like Karna's gonna give up anytime soon. Besides, if I'm being honest, I still don't fully get what's going on around here anyway. So what is it you want to talk about? The world's been bleached clean, trees of emptiness, and lost belts? Yeah, that about sums it all up. I see. Alright, I get the gist. Sounds like things are even rougher for you guys than I thought. Although, you... Me? You're actually the most important part of your operation! What gives? I thought you were a fellow plain Jane turncoat! Yes, she is. Senpai may only be ranked as a standard class master, but her accomplishments easily meet or exceed those of an A-rank mage. I'd be happy to elaborate, but I'm afraid that to do so adequately would require me to write at least a 500-page report. Okay, MASH, maybe... Actually, no, probably, no, it's probably about right. And it would unfortunately be a little difficult to do that now. You don't seem like you can tell a joke with a straight face. You're serious, aren't you? Yikes. You're the vessel for a divine spirit now. Doesn't that mean you're also anything but ordinary? I guess. Oh, come on, Karna! You could at least pretend to back me up here. On second thought, never mind. You just say something like she was never ordinary. Her unusual weight and waistline clearly set her apart. That's true, I guess. And the worst part is, you wouldn't even be saying it to be mean. How did you know? Perhaps you truly were worthy to be chosen by GACHA. No, wait. Something tells me that can't possibly be the case. All that aside, I do have to wonder. Why were you summoned to this lost belt? Why was I summoned? Believe me, I've been asking myself the same question. I think it was a kind of, you have been chosen deal? Like, the Ganesha inside me showed up and said something like, "Save the world, hero of the digital realm. If diversity is proper human history's greatest strength, then even someone like you can do this." Damn. Now is the time for you to spread your wings. And since this is a request from my mother, not doing so is not an option. Okay. So she's the one, okay. Gotcha. Because yeah, in the epilogue, Parvati was like, I'll try and send someone else along. So, yeah. Be warned, if you fail to save the world, you'll never return to the way you were. So yeah, Ganesha seems to be a pretty nice god. And he's definitely an Indian one at heart. Oh, and don't bother asking me about my class. I'm not quite sure what it is either. I think that might be because Ganesha found me through some sort of devilish intermediary or something? Did Kiara send you his way? Yeah, I don't know what to make of this extra class either. But we can worry about that later. I think BB. That makes sense. At any rate, it seems pretty clear that the counterforce summoned her here automatically. So it seems like a safe bet that she'll end up joining our side. Right. But but why'd Ganesha choose me of all people? I'm just an unemployed shut-in with excess padding. If it were up to me, I'd be demanding an explanation from him and requesting he choose someone else immediately. I like to think that this isn't even like dead Jinako. This is like Jinako as she's being ejected from the far side of the moon with Karna's armor. And Ganesha was like, hey, yoink! Of course, I guess it's kind of moot now that I am Ganesha. I think it comes down to compatibility. You may be an ordinary person, but you're an ordinary person with some exceptional qualities. I may not remember why I know that, but I do know that for certain. There you go, saying things like that with a straight face again. Humph. Whoa. That goes for you too, Ritsuka. I'm not good with words, so I can't explain it well, but you have many exceptional qualities. You may not be a great warrior or a powerful mage, but you're a great master. You're gonna make me blush. Anywho, even if I don't like it, I figured now that I'm here, there must be something I'm meant to do. So I took a look around and happened upon that town, but it couldn't have been more idyllic. We're talking, this is what world peace looks like, peaceful. You sure about that? Even a shut-in like me couldn't help but admire the fields of flowers and find this world beautiful. So I figured there was nothing for me to do after all, and Ganesha must have messed up and sent me to the right place at the wrong time or something. So I came back here and have been enjoying my lazy, neat life ever since. The end. Well, if you got a problem with that, then bring it on. Tell me, how long ago were you summoned? When did you pay the town a visit? I'd say about 5 days. Okay, so on the very first day of the Yuga. Or the new Yuga, or the second day. Which would have been like one of the safest days. Gotcha. I'd say about 5 days ago on both counts. Okay, so according to what Asha told us, that would be back during the first Yuga. Kurta Yuga. Were the buildings broken back then? No. It was a perfectly neat little town. Not so much a brick out of place. Then the destruction we saw must have all happened over the last 5 days, thanks to the Kali. That was a little... no, incredibly careless of you, Ganesha. If you'd only stayed there, you would have had every chance to fulfill your divine duties and save the townspeople. Hey, what'd you expect? There wasn't a single thing wrong with the place back then. What's done is done. There's no point in dwelling on the past. Right now we need to worry about tomorrow. We just lost a friend of ours a short while ago. I miss her terribly. I'll never forget how determined she was to keep fighting. So I feel like we need to carry on in her stead and keep moving on. Which is why we need your help. Will you please join us, Ganesha? I didn't even think gods were real before, and now I am one. It's still hard to believe this is happening. Part of me is convinced it's all just a big mistake. But it does look like I've got a quest to save the world now. And if there's a branch where a town gets attacked open now, I guess I can't just sit back and watch. Fine, I'll go with you, alright? Just don't expect me to be much help in battle.
You could have said this all a lot of time, if you just agreed to help us from the beginning.
Thank you, Ganesha. I'm so glad you'll be helping us. Yeah. Okay, guys. It's gonna be dark soon, and we don't want to be out and about in an unfamiliar land at night. So I say we go back to the cave and make a camp there until morning.
Sounds good to me.
Now we'll head out again at first sign of daybreak. Make sure you all get plenty of rest.
Yes, Mom. If you insist. Quiet field. Oh yeah, nothing bad ever happens in a quiet field, right?
先輩は新生ダヴィンチちゃんの素敵な工房にようこそ先日のモリアーティ
God, I don't know. I don't know what's I don't know what's coming. What's coming out? Damn. Divine construct. Damn. Kali Yuga, the demon of the end. Well, I mean, we've got it, right? We don't have much choice here. Of course, we're gonna use Ganesha. Not even a question. Oh boy. Here comes death and destruction. Bye. I like your shroud?
Ugh, this is ridiculous. Even I can tell something's off about me. Thinking back on it, I haven't been my usual spiteful self ever since Shin Shi Huang captured me.
Are you traumatized from the torture?
If I'd just planted a bomb or three when I snuck onto the Shadow Border and blown everyone to Kingdom Come. I could have spent the rest of my time on a leisurely tour of the Lost Belts. I swear, what was I thinking? No, I shouldn't dwell on it. No capable woman would let what she did or didn't do in the past stop her in the present. Yeah. I'm just gonna focus on business here. Once I get in my groove, I'll get my old spite back in no time flat. Now I'll just check in on the Tree of Emptiness's growth now and then, and devote most of my time to seeing what sorts of wonderful creatures I can find in this boring old world.
I don't know how I feel about her getting her hands on the Kali.
Still, Kali, huh? This works out nicely for me. They're just the sort of thing that makes abandoning a lost belt worthwhile. China's regime was so ridiculously strict and thorough about getting rid of anything it didn't like that there was nothing left for me to have fun with. But here I can get back to my roots and really mess with everything humans love. Chaldea just adores this sort of thing. This world is very hospitable to human life, but also extremely strict about virtue and goodness. If a human strays from the path even once, their god's law won't even let them reincarnate anymore. That's what I love about boring, single-minded gods. They're as cruel and merciless as they come. Still, I don't much care for this world's god, or that shitty monk and his creepy-ass grin. So I think I can spare some time to mess with them while I take care of business. Maybe I'll take one of those blissfully ignorant humans and wrench the smile from their face just a tiny bit. Oh, I'd bet that's exactly what some people actually want. I don't think so. And walking the line between supply and demand is an important service in its own right.
Yeah. I guess. How very capitalistic of you, Koyanskia. How...
So you're always on the lookout for this Sita person, huh?
Yes I am. If you happen to see her anywhere, please let me know right away. You don't know what she looks like? Not a problem. If you ever see the greatest woman in the world, one so beautiful and graceful with inner strength that could move mountains, and think she would be perfect as my wife, you'll know you found Sita. I see. I still like the whole hot Shota King thing you've got going on, but knowing you've already got a canon ship makes it a lot harder to fantasize about you. Yeah, I suppose it would, huh? I'm sure some people wouldn't let it hold them back, but somehow I'm not really into that. Not into NTR.
Oh well, yeah, I guess I'll just have to keep my fantasies to a minimum.
And enjoy gazing on some hot Rama flesh in real life. I am not sure what you're talking about. You know what, Rama, you don't need to know. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Some kind of protective spell. In that case, I'll gladly accept it. And Karna probably knows, though. He may not know why he knows, but he knows.
On a different subject.
You guys are outside now, right?
What's it look like?
Hell. Something has seemed off to me since this morning. No, not just off. It's outright strange. I'm pretty sure there was a lot more water around here.
Yeah. That's true. The change in the environment's even more drastic than I was expecting. The ground is dry and barren. The wind is much stronger and foul-smelling. The plants are all dead or dying. Everything is so different from yesterday.
Maybe this area drains really easily, so all the sunlight it got yesterday dried it up? Maybe, or something else. I didn't think it was that bright out, but who can say with a strange land like this? Yeah, who can say?
And then there's the weather. It's not sunny or cloudy or rainy. If anything, it's kind of sandy.
Whatever the cause, this area is clearly much more arid than it was yesterday. Arid. The ground is so dry it's begun to crack, exposing the minerals and ore underground.
That much environmental change in a single day, huh? There's gotta be something particular to this lost belt that's responsible for this. We'll just have to ask GACHA or someone when we get the chance. Still, looking around here.
Does it make anyone else uncomfortable, or is it just me? No, it's pretty creepy.
It's like I can't sense much in the way of life now. Compared to yesterday, it feels like everything's cold and inhospitable, if not outright hostile.
I agree. The air is even drier today. It feels as though there's something else in this world now. Something besides the mysterious presence that's been holding us back since we first came here. It may not be likely to harm us outright, but it could still interfere with our ability to fight. I recommend you keep that in mind, Master. I mean that there is a difference between fighting in a blessed paradise and fighting in a cursed place of death. Though of course a true warrior remains strong, regardless of their environment. I see. Thanks. I'll be careful. Or at least try to be. It seems we now have a good chance to put that to the test. Of course we do.
wild beasts. We can't have them following us to the town. Let's take care of them. It may be colder and drier today, but that also means we won't have to worry about our footing, since there isn't any more mud.
Mash, always look on the bright side, Kirillite, heading out. Okay. I believe you. Even though there's been many instances where you don't look on the bright side and someone has to like talk you into it. But yeah. Yeah, sure. Alright. Yeah, you do that. Wait, I should read exactly what it does. Invincible, NP gain, apply skill seal. Will that retroactively affect already used skills? No, okay. No, let's do this. Alright, she just launches what, dongo? Or dumplings, whatever those are. I don't know what she's holding. Regarding Ganesha's birth, it varies by version, but the one referenced here is probably the one where Ganesha was created by Parvati from clay. Well, that seems actually relatively normal as far as gods go. I was expecting something far more out there, I guess. That seems actually relatively reasonable. Maybe not. Alright, you were AoE, right? I'm pretty sure you were. Let's do... This. Yeah, you show him. Yeah, I'm sure you will. How many times have you said that now, Nishinako? Like, oh, tomorrow will be the day. Yeah, okay. I trust you for sure. Maybe we should get Da Vinci's trusty workout machine back out. Actually, if anything, it probably wouldn't even affect her, though. Because assuming this was how she was summoned, then... This is probably her base. So, like, she could gain weight with, like, the magical energy infused food or whatever. But... And then probably lose it, but, like, I assume the weight she was summoned with is probably stuck. Probably can't go down past this point. More than likely. Who knows though? Maybe she could. That'd be something. Yeah, we'll keep using Ganesha. I'm gonna take Mash out. I agree. I don't think it's actually worth it to have her in. Not really. Who was in that spot before I put Mash in? I don't recall. It was someone. I don't know. Just I don't know, Jean, I guess. I really don't remember. Yeah, we'll just take these off. Start quest. I guess I'm a little heavier today than I was yesterday. Though it might just be that I ate too much breakfast. Maybe. Something wrong? No, I was just thinking how strange it is to be fighting alongside you. Or rather, Ganesha. You mean in a bad way? Not at all. I feel oddly elevated. I'm very proud, no. Happy for you. Gotcha. Though it's also oddly painful that I don't know why I feel that way. Part of me is compelled to talk to you, and part of me is compelled to stay away. I'm certain I know you somehow, but for some reason I can't remember anything specific. That is kind of sad. Is something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. I was just thinking the same thing. I know, Ganesha, there are rules and etiquette about that sort of thing. What, you're not allowed to tell him? Even if it was all a big mistake, I'm still a divine vessel now. And I'm not gonna try to weasel out of this. Besides, that would just make things harder for Karna. Yeah, I kinda... Okay, I really wish I could tell him the truth, but I won't. Oh. Besides, I feel pretty lucky just getting to fight on the same team as him. And... Maybe when they're both at Chaldea, they're allowed to talk about it, but just here it's not. Probably not, though. Oh, by the way, since I was technically sent here to save the world, let me just make sure I've got this straight. You said we've basically got 3 enemies to deal with in this lost belt, right? One of them is the Tree of Emptiness. If we cut this down, the whole lost belt goes away. Another's the King, sort of the being at the center of this lost belt. If they keep the Tree of Emptiness safe, probably. And last is the Cryptor, a master who wants the lost belt to grow bigger instead of go away. Yeah, there's also the Foreign God's disciples, but otherwise, yeah. So the most important thing is the Tree of Emptiness, then. That's it way off in the distance there, right? Basically, we've just got to cut it down and we're done, right? So why aren't we heading there now? Because it's probably heavily guarded. Every lost spell king we've faced so far has been incredibly powerful. And if we get close to the Tree of Emptiness, I'm sure we'll run into the one here, too.
We may be able to see the tree from here, but it's far too dangerous to approach it now. We need to at least gather more information first. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. What do you make of that giant floating cube over there? A local we talked to called it God's Sky Boulder. Oh, that? I was wondering what its deal was too, but I got absolutely nothing. I don't have a better word for it than mysterious. It just feels like something impossibly out of my reach. Kind of like unlocking an analysis skill on my skill tree. It's not just that boulder. We still know next to nothing about this entire world. Yeah, it's definitely not her fault, but I don't feel great about having Asha be our sole source of information either. Yeah, I mean, the fact that anyone's willing to talk to us, though, we'll take it. Even if it isn't an 11-ish-year-old. We still need to talk to all sorts of people to find out anything we can on the King, the Tree of Emptiness, and God's Sky Boulder. That's another reason why it's worth taking the time to defend that town. Makes sense, Gordy.
Why are you looking at me? I didn't say a word. But if you're going to do this, then make sure you do it well. There'll be no secret hero nonsense on my watch. I want you to put these people so far in your debt they'll be begging you to let them help.
Oh, it's not like you to be so forthcoming, Gordy. It's a good look for... Huh? These readings.
Is it the Neza? You guys should be in viewing distance of the town by now, right? Oh no.
You see anything? We can. Something's not right here, Master. I can see smoke coming from that direction. The attack must have already begun.
Hayaku. Hayaku. Everybody sprint.
Fofo?
Oh no. Asha?
This is terrible. No way. This place was so nice just a few days ago. How did this happen?
The first wave must have already gotten here. I thought we had gotten here as soon as we could, but it seems I was careless yet again. You guys came back, huh?
I'm glad you two are both okay. Yeah, we are. Although...
Damn Alu. Today's Kali Yuga. We're not done by a long shot.
Yeah. There's gonna be even more Kali today. So many you jump out of your skin in surprise. And today they could show up anytime.
I remember you said there were more Kali during Kali Yuga. But this is far more than I expected. They're clearly going to keep destroying more of the town. How are you going to survive their attack?
I know. Our house was destroyed too. We've got to do something. Maybe we'll ask someone to let us stay in their house, or hide in the rubble, or just run away. We'll just have to keep praying and do the best we can.
Humph. You again? What are you doing here? You lived, huh?
Mayor. Mayor.
We saw that your town has already suffered significant damage. Couldn't you and the other townspeople work together and let us help you fight off the Kali? Don't be ridiculous. How many times do I have to tell you? This is all our God's will. It's a trial he set before us. There's no need for us to fight. As long as we pray with sincerity, the sacred beasts will save us. Having blasphemers with no intention of praying like you lot around will leave a stain on the entire town. You can't be here. You shouldn't be here. And we don't want you here. Now go away and leave us alone.
Which god are you talking about?
What do you mean, which god? God is God. There's only been one god ever since he made this world during the first Yuga long ago. Maybe saying that... Probably a slap in the face to Ganesha, even though it's mostly Jinako, but still. There's a little bit of Ganesha in there. Ah, there it is again. He believes what he says with absolute conviction. At first, I thought this town just happened to practice monotheism. But does this mean there really is only a single god in this world? Could they be the source belts? Probably. The king? Probably more than likely. Oh boy. Ah, they're back. I'll just have to forget about the heretics for now. Oh God, I pray to you now with the greatest sincerity. I fulfilled my duties as this town's mayor. Please, lend me your protection. Yeah, we'll see, buddy. We'll see about that.
Oh, Auntie.
Asha,
Ajay.
I finally managed to convince my husband to let you in.
Come on. You can pray in our house this time.
Thanks. Come on, Asha.
Wait, I have to carry Vihan.
Oh, Vihan.
Fine. Please be careful, Asha.
Yes, make sure you're well hidden. I'm sorry your house was destroyed, but I can at least help you rebuild it when this is over. Seeing as how they've been through this time and time again, I assume their houses get fixed automatically. In fact, they can even have the animals in the nearby woods come and help with but a single call to action.
Thanks, but that's okay. This Yuga's almost about to cycle over. You guys all be careful too.
Yeah, I'm assuming their houses just reset. Things are worse here than I thought. This looks like one of those post-nuclear apocalypse RPGs or something. It's even worse because I know what it was supposed to look like. Unfortunately, if we don't fight back now, the destruction will only get worse. Look, they're here.
So those are the Kali. Yep, they definitely look like Indian demons.
Not that I have any idea what Indian demons look like. Are you sure you're an Indian god? I mean, again, it's mostly her. She's just been given Ganesha's power and he, like, whispers to her. It's still mostly the human avatar.
There are even more of them now than there were but yesterday. I'm counting on you, child of Parvati.
Whoa, don't do that. Fending off wild beasts is one thing, but I have zero confidence when it comes to fighting actual demons.
When you get right down to it, I'm just a shut-in who's never had a job in her life.
There's no way I can live up to expectations like that.
It may have been brief, but I did fight you myself. I have a fair idea of what you're capable of. Your power is perfectly adequate. You should be more than capable of fighting alongside us. Rama and I will both be trusting you to watch our backs.
Well, technically, I guess I am Ganesha now. And I know old Elephant Head's gonna be upset with me if I don't show off his godly side at least a little bit.
So okay, fine. I obviously don't have a choice, so I'll do it already.
If any baddies think they can get past this wall of divinely protected flab, they're welcome to try.
I'm glad you're willing to help. Both the Orton Axis hardware and software are working fine. For this fight, I'll be prioritizing long-term stability over explosive output.
Yeah.
We're up against a lot of enemies, Master. So let's do our best to push them back.
You know, I do have to wonder, couldn't MASH just, like, mold Camelot over, like, a section of town that has some intact houses while the others fight? Like, she could just focus on defending those who are still living. I feel like.
我が下よ望みを声にせよ
But
世の行く手は阻めぬステルビア淡路の大輪を咲かせよ格の違いを見せてやろう
I mean, if we're going off, back in Russia, she can maintain it for a decent amount of time. So I don't know. Actually, no, I guess it was only a few seconons. Well,
望みを声に
I don't
せ
know,
よ
it's hard to say, actually.
なぜ
Who knows?
行け虫子くん痛くない
Hmm.
しょうがないですね後で美味しくいただくっすよそこだな
Hard to say.
痛くない
Alright, gotta deal with these Kali.
パオーン目覚めよ神のパワー
無敵最強
Yeah,
これ
just
で
use
よ
up
か
all
ろう
of
よさてさて
頑張る
skills. Boom.
神様らしいとこ見せちゃう無情な労働命令す
Wait.
とくと見とれよ
Use these
獣の象徴
before. Okay.
神様らしいとこ我が舌を喜ばせろ
Ikuzo. Go, Juniko, go.
もう頭きたガネーシャさんのすごいところ見せてやる事業安泰発見よし今激をものガネッシュインパクトおおおお明日から運動するっす
Again, I don't believe you.
ロササングリス
Damn. I wasn't sure how much health that one would be left with after everything. Hmm.
これで
よかろう
組む甘い
Nice. Nice, Roly.
ルクス
Roly poly. Oh, Kali Frieza. You poor, poor thing.
木々ぽっちゃりの舞なんか
Nice butt
次の
slam.
皿をここにまだまだ食べ足りぬぞ
Nice butt slam, Juniko. Real good work. Juniko makes me think I would never have this a few years ago, actually having a job completely destroying any notion of it being good. Yeah, I mean... I don't know. I guess it depends on the job, really. But... Yeah, I'll just keep using Ganesha. Take Roland out. Oh, I don't know. What were you at, Hokusai? 184. Rama. 259. Yeah, Lakshmi. Sure. Sounds good. That's one wave down.
Gah, there's so many of them. This is exhausting. Can I take a break now? Fo?
What's that? Why do I have all these excess energy stores? Read fat. If I'm not going to use them? Okay, I'll hang in there a little longer. And now those creatures have shown up too. Things are about to get even busier for us. Maybe try to avoid them? And just focus on the Kali? Probably wouldn't work. So the sacred beasts are now here as well. We'll just have to try and get them to focus on the Kali as much as possible. If any of them come after us, we'll have no choice but to take them out.
Alright. The Ortnax's output's holding steady.
Even after prolonged operation.
I can keep going, no problem.
Alright, here comes the next wave of enemies, Master. Oh boy. But there were also sabers mixed in there too. Unless there are multiple kinds of sacred beasts. But before they were only lancers, I'm pretty sure. We'll see. Alright, Shmi. Yeah. Let's start things off with a quick barrage. Ow. Ow! Rude. Saber with gun. Absolute classic. Alright. Deal with this bad boy first. The Ukayashravas. Ukayashravas. Blah 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 blah. Ukayashravas. Something like that. That's close enough. That's unfortunate. I really had hoped that thing would die. I defaulted to saying it as like a K because it's like stacked on each other, so it's like Ukai. But I guess if it, I guess you could do Uchchai. I suppose. Uchchai Hashravas. It just sounds weird like that. And Dunzo. Well, then there's a third battle still, but okay. Mildly concerned for a moment. They didn't quite. Oh, is it a rider? I thought it was a saber that was in here. Okay, well, I don't know. Alright, okay, well. Initial impact.
前に出る。ガネーシャさんが私にもっと輝けと囁いている。ガーネッシュインパクト。
Yeah, very shiny.
朝から本気出す。
What? No, give your all in this life. What do you mean?
一斉射撃。
What? We need your all right now. not okay. Chiniko, please. Chiniko, why? Okay, well, I have the opportunity for a Draco full combo, and I am going to take it. We can deal with the Uchichai Hashlavas afterward. Oh, well, this is a lot of overkill. Or they can just burn to death. That works too, I suppose. It can also just burn. Works for me. Alright, is the town safe? Did we do it? No. Archers now. When will it end?
That's the last of.
No, they're still coming. Nobody told me this was gonna be a horde mode where you can't even grind out any EXP. At least they're coming in waves, so we've been able to keep them at bay. But it does feel like we've been fighting them forever. Given how the townspeople aren't any less fearful now, I'm afraid I'm forced to come to an unfortunate conclusion. I suspect the Kali attack is going to continue for the entire rest of the day. Great, just what I didn't want to hear. I do apologize. Much as I have a reputation for beating around the bush, nothing could be further from the truth. When certain truths need be spoken, I have no compunctions about doing so right away, regardless of how unpleasant they may be to hear. No matter. Our task is to continue to fight until our enemies are vanquished. If that means we must fight on until dusk or dawn, then so be it. Though that's not to say you should keep fighting with us, Master. Please, take some rest whenever you must. It would be bad for all of us if you were to collapse from exhaustion. Yeah, I'd imagine so. It's okay. I've actually been slacking off more than you'd think. Excellent posturing, Master. Very inspirational. That said, this battle has become a true war of attrition. As long as things continue like this, I think we'll be able to prevent any further casualties.
Oh, fart.
Just so you know, Rama, that's exactly the sort of thing you should absolutely not say. Oh, you absolutely do not say. Unless you want things to suddenly get much, much worse. There, I knew it. Oh boy, what now?
Ganesha can feel something coming.
Oh boy, that's not good. Is that? Could it be? The new agent of God I've been hearing rumors about. And who would this agent of God be? Who? No. That's... It's not the other Neza. It's a new servant we haven't seen before. Be careful, guys.
The hell?
I knew I sensed an unfamiliar divine aura around here, but I sure as hell wasn't... Is this Mordred? Who else talks like that? I sure as hell wasn't expecting this. Oh, no, not Mordred. Hi. I've seen you before. You've been in supports a few times. Well, what was your name? Yeah, that Ashman. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. What is this bullshit? This is pissing me the hell off. What do you think you're doing here, Karna? Oh, you're familiar with each other. Hello, Ashvathaman. Is he an Indian hero too? That's right. His name is Ashvathaman. I fought for the Kadavas alongside this brave warrior during the Kurukshetra War. He is the son of Drona, my mentor, under whom we both trained. He is both my friend and right now I'm your enemy, Karna.
What do you mean? Didn't you just say he was your friend, Karna?
I spoke the truth. But now he and I are both servants bound to obey our master's orders. If our masters are at odds with one another, then of course that makes us enemies. Yeah, exactly. It's so damn obvious it's maddening. And I couldn't agree more, damn it. Damn, you got a mouth on you.
Is he always this angry?
He looks like he's gonna be as tough to communicate with as Karna, though for real different reasons. Bros and punks are the hardest kinds of people for shut-ins to deal with. That's just how he is. Though I do think he used to be a little more, composed. By the way, Ashvathaman, who's your master now? Huh. Just hearing you ask that pisses me off. You'll figure that out soon enough.
We already ran into a master candidate here. Maybe he's Pepperoncino's servant, too?
I'm not so sure. Strictly speaking, we still have no evidence that the other Neza we met is Pepperoncino's servant either.
Never mind who his master is for now.
We've got more than enough to digest just by having a new servant to deal with.
Well, since he's showing up now, there's not much question as to why he's here.
That also pisses me off. Of course it's obvious. I can't let you lot run around doing whatever the hell you want. Now we've got to find another servant, too. Oi, Kana. Don't you dare go easy on him just because you know him. I don't think he planned on it. Do you really think I would?
Beep! Sorry about that.
I think Gordy just forgot who he was talking to. I'm getting bored just sitting around doing nothing, so I think I'll speak up too. I know Karna already told you who Ashvathaman is, but his perspective is colored by having known him in life. Fair. Since I only know of him from the Mahabharata, let me give you one more piece of objective information about how Ashvathaman is depicted there.
In the Mahabharata, he's said to be just as strong as Karna, if not stronger. So, be careful.
What? You mean this guy's actually on Karna's level? I won't deny that. I was never the strongest warrior, even back when I was studying under Drona. Then we should not even consider going easy on him. Willing to keep our guard up at all times.
Exactly.
Be extra careful when facing him, guys. Got it. I'm sure we can handle him.
This is clearly no time to be worried about conserving energy. I'm switching Ortanax over to anti-servant combat mode. Armored shield or mash Kyrielite.
Preparing to engage in full-powered combat.
Awaiting your orders, Master.
Oh, I'm mad as hell. Now that I'm a servant, anger is the only thing I feel. My whole spirit origin is built on it. So even though I haven't fought you since we last crossed swords while training under my old man, Karna, I feel no nostalgia, no joy. The only thing I have, the only thing I feel, the only thing I am now, is rage. That's unfortunate. And I imagine if you summon him, he's the same, right? It's not like he's like this because of his summoning circumstances. It's now he's just like that, probably. Yeah, unfortunate. Of course, he makes us fight the Kali first, like a coward. As the circumstances do play a part. Yeah, it's probably turned up a little bit, but.
この我が視界ごと飲み干してくれよ。望みを声にせよ。メッセイ。死ねい。世の行く手は阻めぬ。
Gosh darn berserkers.
であるか。我がよかろう。メッセイ。
Doing so much darn damage. Crit? No. Blah, blah, blah. Bruh. You know, I was kind of hoping Karna would stay relatively healthy before the Astakamon fight, but I guess not. Yeah. Any crits? Any crits? No. Okay. No crits. All right. Got it. My bad for asking. My fault. Well, I mean, if you've got a tree, if you got a full, you know, Draker chain, you know, Drake O, then gotta take a ditch or not. Yes, keep targeting Draco, please. Thank you. Big preach. Big preach.
承知した。
メッセイ。
遅い。
それだけか。
Alright, you know, Karna's not gonna be much help in fighting a Statamon. I can already tell you that much. Neither is Oda, apparently. Fatal battle. Oh, only 240. That ain't nothing. 247. Heck, I can probably just get rid of him right now. Yeah, just this will be a piece of cake, actually.
もはや戦場に呵責なし。我が父よ、許したまえ。空前絶後。バサビー。シャクティ。
72. This should do.
ハジュン返上。三千大戦天皇。
I don't even know.
見るがよい。
Maybe he won't die. I don't know if it's.
流星のきらめ
Yeah,
きで
no,
ある
okay.
ペイバロンドムスアウレア
Next turn, though, depending on who we get, or like what cards we get, though. Oh well, there goes Kana.
倒れるわけ
Yeah, that was pathetic, man. Yeah, just keep, yep, Yep, good try. But Draco's a different beast. Literally.
我が舌を喜ばせろ世の行く手は阻めぬ血の大輪を咲かせよ甘い
I mean, this is boom. Okay, that one hurt. Yeah, that one hurt. You know, you got it. But you're dead now. Well, not dead, but you can go now. You little punk. You wimp. That's right. I called you a wimp. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's what. Okay, apparently he's beating our asses. Now I see. I can indeed tell for myself that you and Kana studied under the same master. Yeah? Freaking infuriates me to admit it, but you're not bad yourself, brat. In fact, you kind of remind me of someone. Parashurama? Or maybe Krishna? I can see why you think that. Those two are avatars of Vishnu, just as I am. I am Rama, king of Kosala. Huh, that's so. Well, let me give you a little tip. In this lost belt, I wouldn't go around bragging about being the avatar of a god. You might not like what happens.
What do you mean by...
Hold it. Something else is headed your way. It's not reading like a Kali or a sacred beast. Wait, these are servants. Not just one, there are several. How many is several? 5, 7, 9? Like, how many are we talking exactly? Looks like you're out of time, Sotoman. Ineza. Recommendation, cease this game. It is meaningless.
Oh, Asclepius, hey buddy. I still don't have you, sadly.
I concur. There's no point to your game, or in us being here. I swear, I don't even know why we came along at all. Okay, so just 3. Okay. When I think several, I think, you know, kind of more upwards of like 5 to 7 at least. But, you know, I guess 3 counts as several, technically. Hypothetically. Ash and Asclepius to the new servants in this story launch. Makes sense. Okay. Now, as is tradition, shoulder. Frick. Hi, Hector. I already have a bajillion of you. Okay, I want to do this section, but I need to go pee really quick. So I'll be right back in just a couple of minutes, and then we'll end off with this section. I'll be right back. Okay. Kali Yuga, a revolving world. Quest is no battles. Begin quest? Yes. It said no battle, so I assume they're just gonna maybe give us some information, maybe? Yeah, it'd be nice if they just give us information for free and then leave.
Fofo? Master, get back. There are 2 servants I've never met, but I've never seen beforehand.
The fake Neza.
I guess that other Neza was on the enemy's side after all. Yeah. We already know how strong she is. Be very careful not to let your guard down, Master.
Oh there, slow down, girlie. We're not here to fight.
Huh?
Shh, you guys piss me off. First you make me come all this way to see what's up, then you just show up anyway? You show up anyway? So they are Sataman's allies. But why would so many servants band together like this? Anger, unnecessary. We need only obey him. We haven't sensed Indian gods here in a long time. I don't blame him for being interested, even if it's pointless.
Why are they looking at me like that? I haven't done anything wrong aside from eating like a elephant. Ritsuka, are you seeing this? Or rather, not seeing it?
Yeah, the Kali and sacred beasts are all gone. Did those 3 clean them up while we were fighting Astothaman?
Yep, I think we might have just accomplished our initial goal of keeping this town safe. So that's cause for celebration. Though maybe not too much, since we've now got new, much more difficult obstacles instead. If you aren't here to fight, then why are you here?
Didn't we mention it? We're accompanying him. He told us to come along, so we did. That's all there is to it.
This him you speak of, is he your master?
Something like that. Or close enough, anyway. Either way, it's only natural we'd obey him. After all, he's the only god here. The one final god. Look, here he comes.
Oh? We're meeting him now? This reading. Actually, I'm sure you can all see this as well. Look up in the sky. Yeah, I think you Indian heroes might just recognize that. We know what it is too. Though the only time we saw someone writing it, it was the decidedly non-Indian King of Heroes. It's both a flying chariot and a ship. A floating palace that serves as transport for the gods. That's said to even be capable of ascending into space. Oh, that thing? From Fate Zero? Oh! A white Vimana. Oh! Oh, I know who that is. Oh, I very much know who that is. Arjuna Alter? Who's that writing it? Is that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. He looks different, but I still recognize his face. I would never mistake him for anyone else. So I can say with certainty. That is Arjuna. Yeah. We might have a problem. Arjuna? Really? Not the one recorded in Chaldea, of course. You must have an altogether different spirit origin here.
I should think so.
No. Once, I may have been known as Arjuna, but now I am a god. What's going on? It feels like my hair is standing on end. Yeah, I feel it too. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm getting chills.
But I do know that no good guy would ever go around introducing himself as a god. With the obvious exception of Ganesha, since he's the real deal.
So beings with divine power have come from the outside. An avatar of Vishnu, a child of Parvati, and Karna, son of Surya. So that is all of you.
I mean, yeah. Don't forget about Ritsuka. Now would be a real good time to not, you know. Don't forget about us normal humans. Wait, did they never say in Fate Zero anime what it is? Maybe? But I had such a huge gap between, like, episode 22 and then 23, 24, 25 that... I don't know, I don't think they did. I think someone in the comments of one of the episodes went into detail about it. But... I don't remember the entire thing.
That's right. The Master of Chaldea
And her servant are here as well. I don't think he cares.
Fofo.
He usually wouldn't even look at you if you're not gods. But you guys are idiots. So idiotic it's infuriating. Thanks to that, now he's noticed you too. Which means you guys are done for. Ah, well, now that you've come all this way to see them for yourself, what do you think?
Nothing.
Huh?
This ended up being no more than a fleeting diversion. I thought I might feel something, but there was nothing. To me, as I am now, all these foreign elements I see below me are equally defective, immature, and worthless. They don't belong in a perfect world. In that sense, they are evil.
God has witnessed defective beings. God has witnessed evil. They have no place in the next Yuga. What's... That's a bit judgmental. Mash? Mashu? Maybe put your shield up? Well, there he goes. I guess he's not gonna give us any orders then.
Conclusion: impossible, futile, meaningless. Nothing and no one can break his concentration. We'll just have to wait. Man, this really was a waste of time. I know I should have just ignored all this and kept going with my research. Yeah, I know that means I'd be gone in the next Yuga. I just wanted to vent.
What's going on? I think you're about to get, obliterated. I think that's what's going on. You are about to no longer exist.
Crap.
Arjuna's gathering an unbelievable amount of energy around him.
Indeed. The sheer energy for this noble phantasm, if it can even be called that, is like nothing I've ever seen.
Oh, oops.
In fact, several of our senses have been overloaded while trying to measure it.
Oh, what? That can't possibly be good. Hurry up and do something.
Hear me, Arjuna. You think I'm defective, immature, worthless?
Yes.
Look at me. Look me in the eye. Take up your arms and pay attention, Arjuna.
Otherwise, the spear will be put to a cowardly use,
and I don't want that.
Even after all that, you'd still ignore me, Arjuna. Karna. I understand you two have a lot of history, and I'm sure there are rules you're bound to as warriors of Karoo. But neither of those is true for me. As far as I'm concerned, he's already started this fight. And as I'm sure you know, when I decide to do something, I do it, whether my enemies are paying attention to me or not. Master, I'm going to use everything I've got to stop him, requesting permission to release my noble phantasm. Permission granted, let him have it, even though I don't think it'll do anything. I don't think it's gonna do jack shit, if I'm being completely honest with you. Brahmastra. Did it just dink off his aura? Rama, I think your noble phantasm might be bugging out, because it looked like it didn't work on him at all. Yeah. What? That can't be. That blade even destroyed the great Rakshasa, Ravana. How could it have? I understand your shock and confusion. But since we must rely on accurate information, let me be clear. Your noble phantasm did not so much as scratch him. Furthermore, he didn't take any sort of defensive action against it. It simply failed to do anything to him. Oh! That lines up with what I saw too, though I still can't believe it. At first, I thought it might be an effect of the enormous amount of power he's been concentrating around him, but that doesn't appear to be the case either. Which would mean he possesses some sort of anti-interference ability that not even Rama's noble phantasm can penetrate. But how is that possible? Be that as it may, we kings are notoriously stubborn. I could never hope to find Sita if I were to give up now. I'm going to try again, and I won't hesitate to use anything or anyone. Help me, son of Surya. Karna, please. Get over yourself. If that is your order, Master. Hurry it up. Whatever's going on there, the pressure is still building. Now get a move on before it's too late. Alright, this time I want you both to... Oh, can you really not see what's going on here? Oh, hi Pepe. Why do you look terrified? Methinks Pepe isn't all that in with his Lost Belts King.
Forget it. It won't work. Don't take this wrong way, but neither Rami's nor Carney's noble phantasm will have a chance against him. Oh, trust me, he outclasses you guys in every way. After all, he's every Indian god rolled into one single super being. Oh! Everyone? Every single one? Like, Parvati, Shiva, Kama, all of them? That's probably a problem. That's probably real not good for us. That's probably quite unfortunate, really. Bring a little more power to this showdown. This hoedown. Okay, well, if Pepe is giving us this warning, maybe he's a good guy? Maybe? It's you. So? Peperoncino? Oh, well, here we are together again. and much sooner than I expected. I was going to just sit back and watch, but I just had to say something after seeing how utterly dense you are. We can talk more later, though. Right now, you need to skedaddle. Chop chop.
What? You're our enemy too. Why should we listen to anything you have to?
Well, what if I told you that I was only up in those mountains because I was running from Neza? That makes sense. And that Neza only stopped fighting you guys because she was tracking me down. Because tracking me down was a high priority. What I mean is that they're my enemies as much as yours. I see. So if that Arjuna is the master of all those servants, including Neza, then our young Scandinavia Peperoncino can be the master of none. There appears to be no evidence to the contrary either. I really don't have time to lay it all out for you right now. I guess I'll have to try the direct approach. Yes, I'm a crypto, and I know we're on opposing sides, but I promise you I'm not lying. If you don't get out of here right now, it'll be the end of everything.
But what about the townspeople? I'm sure they'll be fine.
It's okay, you don't gotta worry about them. The ones who are fine are well and truly fine, and the ones who aren't, well, you can't help them now anyway. The one thing I can say for sure is that there's a very good reason why you all need to get out of here as fast as you possibly can. If that's still not enough to convince you, then I'll have to resort to cliches instead of logic. The truth is, right now that's the only weapon I've got. Ready? Here goes. I hope you'll trust me on this. Peperoncino. What do we do?
Yeah, no, I believe him. I mean, I don't have a choice to say otherwise.
Same. Peperoncino is a good person. I can't imagine he would ever try to deceive anyone. Oh.
A good person, huh? From my perspective, you seem to be.
What? A show-off?
No. If nothing else, I agree that you aren't lying. I have no objections to Master's decision. Oh, what? You believe him?
Field decisions trump everything, Mr. Gurdolf. Get used to it. Alright then, hurry up and make your way out of...
It's probably too late. Or he's gonna stop us.
Oh, well, hello, Ashvathaman. Long time no see.
I guess so. Pisses me the hell off to see you here, ex-master. Did Arjuna, like, hijack their contract somehow?
Huh?
My contract with you has been completely overwritten, and the connection we had is long gone.
Oh, well, it's too bad. I don't suppose you'd let me go to celebrate us no longer being master and servant, would you?
Hell no. I can't just let you guys walk out of here. Now that the big boss has decided he wants you gone, it's my job as one of his Lokpala to see it done.
Well, that puts me in a pretty pickle. Would you say all the others feel the same way?
How should I know? But I guess they wouldn't do anything unless they were directly ordered to. Pisses me off. Yeah, pretty much. No, but don't get me wrong. It's not because I don't care about my job. I'm just confident that you're more capable of handling this alone, Aswataman. Confidence is hugely important, you know. And it's just like hunting. It's a bad idea to work too hard when you're confident in your position. If you go around hunting down mountain animals when you don't need to, the mountain will end up dead.
Is your position the only reason you're standing in our way, Aswataman?
Nah, there's more to it than just that. I know if I stop you guys from getting away now, it'll get us one step closer to his perfect world. And you know what? I want to see his perfect world. I admit it. Which means I got no choice but to stop you. So I'm gonna beat all your asses down. And then I'm gonna kick back and watch as you all get sucked into the dissolution. The dissolution? The dissolution? What do you mean? Humph. So the time for words is over, huh? Then I guess I better get ready to respond in kind. If nothing else, I can understand him a lot better than the being way up there. Let's take him down and secure a way out of here, Master. So you still refuse to look my way, Arjuna? No, right now I have another role to fulfill. Awaiting your orders, Master. Let's make our way through. Well, hopefully it takes him longer to charge that up. Because, fighting past the servant's not gonna be easy. That's we know that for certain. Oh, you got a little health upgrade, huh? Healthy health upgrade. Oh, Pepe. Oh, thank you. Not the most ideal person. Actually, I guess it is probably the most ideal person to put it on. In hindsight, actually, yeah, no. These two can tank, but Nobu not so much. So you know what? That works out. Actually, on second thought, it works out quite good for me. Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. Damn, Pepe! Giving us a buff and debuffing the enemy? Okay. I see you. Come on, Sataman. Can't you let us through? For your old master's sake. No, not really. We already know how he feels about that. Damn, is that a perma evade? I didn't even look at it. Okay, no. It's just a very, very strong evade, but not permanent. Okay. Alright, yeah, no, you're getting stunned just to be safe. That was probably a good idea, because you're definitely not dying. Definitely not. Now you should, though. Or... Areshigo, if you could crit, okay, fuck me, I guess. Well... That's not good. At least he's single target. That's... That's the good thing. He's literally one hit away. That's, well, that's unfortunate, but you know, at least we win. We'll take that. We take the victories we can get. Stand still, damn it.
Pepe's using Magecraft to help us. He's not doing any damage, but he's moving so fast that the enemy can't focus on us. Now's our chance. Can't say I've seen a spell to speed you up quite like that. It looks like it just lets you move around really quickly, plain and simple. Want to know how it works? Well, like its name suggests, I use the power of love to bend space around me.
Like literally, or are you just saying that? Oh, he's obviously lying, but we'll just have to leave it at that for the moment. I don't know if he is. The important thing is...
the enemy's vulnerable now. There are no life forms nearby, and you're a good distance away from the town now. So don't worry about holding back.
Oh. Here goes Karna. Vasavi Shakti. You know, I saw the name of the skill, it could have easily been... I don't know. I don't know. I assumed they wouldn't be that direct with, like, what Pepe could do. I don't know. Maybe they are just very direct. I don't know.
It's a direct hit. That should do. What?
Didn't do anything. What was that, Karna? It's gonna take a hell of a lot more than that to kill me.
The attack did hurt him. That much is certain. But he's recovering from the damage at an alarming rate.
I assume that's because, his master is literally a god that's formed from... I mean, Pepe said all the Indian gods, so... However the hell many there are. So I'm guessing Parvati escaped being sucked in. Okay, so we know from the epilogue of Oku, right? That Kama only escaped because something was happening with the other gods. I assume this is what it was. Is they all got sucked into this super being. Aside from Kama. And Parvati escaped somehow. Probably by being at Chaldea. Or Novum Chaldea. Wandering Sea, whatever. Ganesha... I don't know how Ganesha escaped being sucked in, but... He did somehow. So I assume minus those three... But... Anyway, I assume that having that kind of being as your master probably gives you access to a fuckload of mana. Like, that's probably why he heals so fast. Huh? What'd you expect? You're the one who died first. Losing to Arjuna of all people.
I did. I won't deny it. Hey now, slow your roll there, people. You don't have time. You don't have to finish him off just yet, okay? The important thing is he's hurt enough for us to get past him now. So come on, hurry.
Everyone, run for your lives. Run as fast as you can. Damn it, get back here.
No, I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna keep leaving. Fo. Just so you guys know. Since I'm Ganesha and all, I can actually run faster than you think.
Way faster than any ordinary human. Uh-huh. You're right here with us.
I don't even get tired that easily.
But I do feel tired, and for a NEET like me, that's the worst thing of all.
There's no one else in the whole world who hates running as much as we do.
Complaining about it won't make it any easier. Just be quiet and keep running.
I only said that because I was hoping you'd take the hint and carry me.
I can't. I'd be crushed under your weight. Damn! Perhaps that is owed to the weight of Ganesha's divine power? Yeah, we'll go with that. Hey, I'm not that heavy! Karna? And again, the sucky thing is, he doesn't even say that to be mean. Which makes it worse, honestly. By the way, why are you running away with us? I thought you were our enemy. I have my reasons. Arjuna didn't see me as an enemy before now, so I was fine as long as I was just laying low. But since Nessa found me in the mountains, and especially now that I've helped all of you, I'm pretty sure he's decided I don't have a place in this world. Basically, now I'm qualified to be collateral damage. Pepe? I'm still not sure what that means. Sorry, Mashi, but you really need to focus on moving those legs, not your mouth. We need to hurry, honey. If we don't get away in time, it's curtains for all of us. How far do we have to go? Probably very, 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 very far. You're kidding me. You really don't even know that? Alright, fine. I'll just have to explain as we run. Arjuna there is about to destroy and remake everything in this. Alright. Arjuna there is about to destroy and remake everything in this lost belt. Dissolution and rebirth, destruction and reconstruction, cataclysm and genesis. As the last god of this world, all of that's within his capability. Huh? The reason he's taken so long to charge up is because he needs time to gather the ridiculous amount of energy he needs to pull all that off. And if any of us get caught in the destruction and rebirth of this world, we'll end up disappearing completely. 100% absolutely guaranteed. No recourse, no way out, nothing. That's quite difficult to believe. What if that enormous mass of energy were to keep growing at an accelerated rate? I suppose it's not impossible. But then if that's true, what happens to the world after it's been recreated? What about the life forms? I'll fill you in on that later. Right now, I'm just answering Ritsuka's question of how far we need to run. So now that you know, I'm sure you can figure out what you have to do to avoid a massive noble phantasm capable of destroying the entire world, right? Not be in this world anymore? You're the only ones within evasive measure that can get around that. I'm counting on it to save my skin, too. The border's zero sale. Exactly. I'm glad you worked it out. Naturally, I figured that might be the case, so I've got the engine all warmed up and ready to go. Now let's figure out where to rendezvous, and we'll head there right now and come pick you guys up. I'll admit it's still risky. I'm not sure what'll happen if Arjuna becomes aware of the border too. But right now, it's the only hope we have. Hold it. Just a damn minute. You want us to let a Cryptron to the border? And let him experience the zero sale on top of that? Preposterous. Absolutely out of the question. I know we've had a Cryptor on board before, but that was strictly as a prisoner. Not to mention there were extenuating circumstances. Naturally. Neither Da Vinci nor I have discounted the risks in the... Have I, nor I... have discounted the risks in this course of action. But right now, the most important thing by far is ensuring Ritsuka's safety. All other considerations are secondary at best. Besides... Yeah, Pepe has some info we could use. So... just look at her. Once she makes up her mind to trust someone, there's nothing any of us can say to persuade her otherwise. Especially since she's the one out there doing all the heavy lifting.
I thought we'd been over this already. At this point, I'm just a single powerless mage. I don't even have a servant anymore. I'd say that more than qualifies me as a prisoner, personally.
A prisoner, huh? I do still regret how Cadex Semlipus ended up getting away. If I look at this as another chance to gain some valuable information about the cryptos, maybe the reward is worth the risk. Alright, now I'll make a special exception just this once, but he's to be kept under tight security at all times.
Thank you, Director Gordolf. I've got the border's rendezvous point coordinates. Let's get there as fast as we can, Master.
Come on, guys, hoof it! Run like you've never ran before.
Fofo?
Is this necessary? Do we have to have a a flash through of them running?
Sheesh. I finally got a chance to survive. All that's left now is one simple question.
What's that? Will we make it in time? I assume so, given that there's more story after this. Who knows, maybe we all die. I wouldn't be surprised. Kali Yuga, a revolving world. Final node, no battles. Which makes sense. It'll probably be just us making it to the border, going under, and then talking to Pepe, probably. Talking to Pee-Pee.
Oh. Are you okay, Master? Oh, we're almost there. Just hang in there a little long.
On second thought, now that we've come this far, I doubt anything else will try to attack us.
I'll carry you the rest of the way. You too, Foe. Foe? Are we at the rendezvous point yet?
Damn. Even with all this distance between us, the pressure from Arjuna is only growing stronger. I've never felt the air turn so stifling before. Not even when Ravana nicked my throat with his sword, or Kumbhakana, the giant's foot was hovering above my head. This isn't normal. I'm not usually afraid of anything, except losing Sita. But for some time now, I've been getting chills all the way down to my spirit origin. You're being oddly quiet, Karna. Calculating expected arrival time based on our current speed and distance. Setting estimated limits based on current observation results. Putting those together, we get... Well, what is it, man? Why aren't you saying anything? Oi! The only parameter we can adjust now is our speed. We'll just have to hurry as best as we can. If you happen to install a secret acceleration system while you are working on the border, Captain, this is the moment to reveal it. I didn't have time for that. Oh, all I did was make sure all the existing systems were working. We should just be able to rendezvous in time if we use all our resources and go at top speed. The real problem is... I'll make as much headway on my end as I can. Please hurry, Da Vinci. Hopefully we're not pushing her. Because, you know, we were warned about that. It's done. Extracting unified divine power from all divinities, condensing process complete. Using the 10th to control execution. Deployment preparation, I assume. They just forgotten A. Begin. Did it just... Oh. I think we're out of time. What was that? This is...
This is it. We're done for. It's all over now. I can tell too. It couldn't have been more clear. Whatever that was, it's something we absolutely have to evade. Please hurry up, Da Vinci. Right on time. Sorry for the wait. Come on in, guys. The hatch is wide open. Everyone on board? Okay, shutting the hatch now. So we made it? We'll see. We have to go under still.
Ha ha. Well, that wasn't so bad. You really had me going there, Holmes. Couldn't resist having a bit of fun with us in lieu of Watson's absence, eh, old?
We're not out of the woods yet. The real problem is readying the zero sail.
What?
It doesn't just happen automatically at the push of a button.
I did everything I could to prepare in advance. But even if we skip some of the checklist, go with the bare minimum,
And turn a blind eye to everything else.
it won't work.
Even if we perform the operations as fast as possible.
It's still not enough. It's a difference of only 5 seconds.
Maybe even less between the time we need and the time when Arjuna releases his noble phantasm. But those are 5 seconds we just don't have. Well, do it anyway!
No. Hold it. Hold on just a damn minute.
Which one of you just went outside in their spirit form? Karna? Karna? Buddy?
That wave earlier. Now I see. I don't understand it, but I can sense it. It's true. This world's going to be destroyed, then remade. If we are caught in that, we will disappear.
Karna? What you doing, buddy?
We can't let you be erased, Master. So I'm going to do what I must to ensure you survive.
Karna, you don't mean...
5 seconds. Leave it to me.
Holmes, hurry it up.
By setting everything I have ablaze, and becoming the very radiance of the sun. Even this Arjuna will not be able to consume it all at once. For at least these 5 seconds, I'll make sure he knows who I am.
But if you do that, you'll...
Come on, Karna. You can't do this. Be reasonable.
I can't ask you to sacrifice yourself, man.
There is no other way. Get ready to set sail.
You got it, brother. Holmes, you better have it ready in those 5 seconds.
Holmes!
I'm working on it. It'll just be a bit longer. That's it. Any servant would do the same. This is what I want. You need not worry about me.
Karna!
Don't you dare let his sacrifice be in vain. Now sit down and buckle up.
Shh. You didn't even talk to me before you left. You've got a lot of nerve going off on your own like that, Karna.
You are truly the great hero of benefaction. A warrior among warriors. As they say nowadays, you
live up to the hype, and then some.
I'll take care of things from here. You give him hell. Thank you. Entering final phase of emergency dive preparations. Initiating countdown. How much time do we have until the attack hits us?
So little that I'd rather not spend it answering that question.
Wait, you can't. This isn't...
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jiniko. It's what must be done.
Arjuna, this may go without saying, but there are few things I want more than to run you through. I could even take advantage of this briefest of opportunities to try and do so now. But at this moment I'm a servant, sworn to protect my master. I am not here to meekly accept this outcome.
nor resign myself to my fate. I am here to stand before you with pride, so that you may ignore me with disdain. So today, I will not be taking up my spear. I will not be taking up my spear. Instead, you'll become the greatest shield. There's your armor. God has cast his gaze downward. These defects are unnecessary, and therefore evil. Begone, evil. You have no place in the new Yuga, the new world. I will now wield the sword of the god who ends all things. I will cut off the world from the rift in the world, made by the blade. Clear purification will burst forth. Terminus and Genesis will cycle anew. Sword of Dissolution, let your blade fall. Mahapralaya. Behold, these are the shiny armor and earring given to me by Surya, the god of the sun. But know this, once I transform myself into the life's radiance, this gold will no longer be my armor. It will merely be a sign that I am burning bright as the sun, here where you can see it. Kavasha and Kundara. Golden armor. Mm-hmm. The same one he gave you to protect you, Jinako. He activated his defenses, noble phantasm. But even with its protection... Karna! It's alright. I don't know how I know you, but I know you well. And though I can't explain it, I have every confidence that we will one day meet again. Yep, in Chaldea. So don't be sad, and please, take care of Master for me. There. Shadowboarder, untether from reality. Void space dive, zero sail, unfurl. Dive, dive, dive! Finally got to see his armor in action. I mean, we kind of saw it in action in CCC, I guess, but... Well, I mean, I can't end there, can I? like, I mean... I can't leave off on that cliffhanger right there. Fine, it's only one node, one more section. Sigh. The relic called falsehood. We gotta see if we survived. Although we obviously, you know, did. But... did we make it? Indeed we did. Good grief. Talk about escaping by the skin of one's teeth. We may have paid a heavy price, but at least we managed to protect what we absolutely needed to. Karna. Even wearing nigh indestructible armor imbued with the sun god's power, there's only so much one can do when the very world crumbles away. Truth be told, I'm impressed. He lasted as long as he did. That was a feat akin to holding back all the waters of the ocean, or catching a falling star with one's bare hands. There are few heroes in all of history who could have withstood a cataclysm like that, even just for a few seconds. For us, those few seconds were truly the difference between life and death. Kana, hero of benefaction, I salute your strength and devotion. You have my eternal thanks. First Neza, now Kana. We've barely just gotten here, and we've already lost 2 of our servants. As cold-hearted as this may sound, we can't move on if we keep our focus on the past. Let's go over what we've gained as well.
Yes, I know. You're right. Go ahead, Holmes.
That wave of light we observed just before we dived contained a truly unbelievable amount of magical energy. More than enough to convince me it was capable of destroying this entire lost belt. If I hadn't already seen it with my own eyes. No one hero should ever be able to wield power of that scale. But given that he clearly can, there must be a reason for that.
I mean, Pepe literally told us he's literally all of the Indian gods rolled into one super being.
We've even heard a few hints towards his nature already. The final god. Every Indian divinity rolled into one. So now, I think we'd best hear more about him from someone I believe is uniquely qualified to answer. Let me come right to the point. What is he?
Okay, that the facial shift.
Okay. Now seems like as good a time as any for a bit of a chat. Plus, now you've shown me what the reverse side of the world looks like. It's only fair that I reciprocate, no?
Yeah, we'd appreciate it.
The rift.
I'm not okay. My voice is dying, so I'm gonna just talk normally for this. I was thinking about doing it in Pepe's voice, but I can't. I can't. All right. The rift between worlds, the inside of nothingness, the gap between heaven and earth, the space outside the universe. Here, where a single moment spans an eternity, only he and the few beings he acknowledges are able to exist. Storage records, organization complete. Commencing reconstruction. You. He's finally come back. I was wondering when you'd show up. You creepy ass mother fricker. Delightful. What a delightful way of molding the world as you see fit. I don't think I'll ever get tired of watching it. It's so unilateral, so transcendent, and above all, so violently correct. Ah, what a blessing it is to witness it so closely.
If you say so. Personally, I think it's just plain boring. He even had the perfect chance to get rid of the Cavalier clowns. And he let them get away. What was he thinking?
Unnecessary defects deleted. Continuing. Logic absorption. And conceptual repairs. Oh my. You really should be more careful, You're lucky he seems not to have heard you this time. If he decides we're defective and unnecessary too, we won't be able to escape the recreation process either. He's a god after all. He gets to make those sorts of judgments. Right now, the Chaldeans are little more than pests to be cleaned up along with the rest of the trash. If he did decide that Ritsuka and her little gang were truly unnecessary, he would send one of his little Kapala to handle them. It is not our place to say anything, let alone do so impertinently. No, all we need to do is stand back.
and merely spectate as he recreates this world into his own perfect little sandcastle. It may be wrong to drop plans and create molds when it comes to making sandcastles, but as they say, if this is wrong, I don't want to be right. Why doesn't anyone else try their hand at it? The more we repeat the process, the closer we'll get to making the perfect plans and mold. At the rate we're going now, why, I expect it won't be long at all before we get there. Yes, I suppose the sand we're using may get worn and tattered. The more we destroy it, the more we destroy and rebuild. That is a small price to pay to bring such a grand project to its completion, don't you think? So of course, we will keep going. The foreign god's disciples consist of 3 alter egos. But this monk is one to be especially wary of. Part of it is that he's very much rotten to the core. But it also couldn't be more obvious that in the end, he's going to cast off the few inhibitions he has, wreck everything in his path, and move on to do it all over again somewhere else.
Oh, hi.
What's with that look? Are you saying I only dislike him because he reminds me of myself? I'm a patient woman, but even I can only take being lumped in with something like that for so long.
I mean, if the shoe fits, you know, I mean...
Why not open your mouth and actually say something for once? Or is your job really just observing and nothing else? Well, I guess you didn't need to say anything there. Your actions couldn't have said, "I can already see where this is going," louder than if you brought a megaphone. Alright, I'll just make do with modest gains in this lost belt, and focus on finding out what that monk is up to. After all, I certainly don't want him getting in the way of my own future plans. Final value allotments confirmed. Entering, executing.
It's all going back together.
Thus the world is reborn. Its cycle begins anew.
XXXXF Yuga cycle in Inception.
So I'm sure you've all... I can't. I'm sure you've all at least figured out this much, but that Arjuna is the core of this Indian lost belt, yes. He's the reason this world became part of the pruning theoretical phenomenon. Let's see, to tie it to Holmesy's earlier question. Holmesy? This world was pruned away because in it, he gained the power you've just witnessed.
Yeah, what happened exactly? Would you care to expand on that?
Just so you know, this is almost all speculation on my part, okay? There's no one around who can prove what really happened. Anyway, I don't know exactly what he got when he got all that power, or when this world became estranged from proper human history. All I know is that it was a long time ago, but I can make an educated guess. It was probably during the Mahabharata. Something happened right around when the war at Big Tepex came to an end. Something that led to Arjuna acquiring every divinity in India. You mentioned that earlier. Then it's really true?
It would certainly make a kind of paradoxical sense, given what we've seen thus far. A feat as extraordinary as remaking the entire world simply wouldn't be possible without an equally extraordinary background. But that still doesn't explain how it happened.
This is also just speculation, but I think he probably acquired the divinities in phases.
In the most plausible explanation, I can think of he probably started by acquiring Vishnu's power. Since his closest friend, Krishna, was one of Vishnu's avatars. What's more, Krishna was said to have one of the strongest connections to Vishnu of all his avatars. Not that I'm saying you're weak, of course, Rami. I am perfectly able to understand the point you're making. Never mind the implications. Just keep going. You got it, hun. So far, Arjuna somehow got Vishnu's divinity from Krishna, peacefully or otherwise. It stands to reason that could have laid the groundwork to do the same with the other divinities. Vishnu is one of the most powerful gods in all of Indian mythology, after all. I expect he went around hungrily unifying all the other Indian gods, and was lost belt one by one after that. Indra, even Shiva and Brahma were no exception. So once he'd absorbed all their divinities, he became what he is now. An Arjuna with divine power over death and creation, ruler of this lost belt, and capable of destroying and rebuilding everything alike.
Sorry.
You can't even call him Arjuna anymore. He may have started as Arjuna, but he's something else altogether now. That's why he no longer has a shred of the heroic Arjuna's personality. You saw that for yourselves, didn't you?
Yeah, he was nothing like the Arjuna we know. That's for sure.
Yeah, he seemed disconnected. Mechanical?
I'm not sure how best to describe it, but it did seem very clear that we won't be able to reason with him. Yeah, probably not. Technically, this would not be the first such entity we've met. If you all think back to Scandinavia, Sitanai was an amalgamation of 3 divine spirits. Yes, but 3 versus however many dozen, if not hundreds. I mean, quite a bit of a difference there. Plus, these are like full divinities, not bits of divinity. So,
but Arjuna would seem to be on another scale altogether. So much so, it's hard to believe they're in the same category.
At this point, it's all too plausible to accept that he is neither human nor servant, but an entirely new divine conceptual being. Whoops, I accidentally changed, scene. I didn't realize my mouse ended up over on my, OBS, so I accidentally clicked, scene change. Whoopsie!
Entirely new divine, conceptual being. Truth be told, I'm surprised he's even able to maintain his form.
Alright, so we know what his deal is. Now what about you? What's your game here, Crypta?
Me? Why isn't it obvious?
The only thing that's obvious about you is that your face practically screams, "Don't trust me."
Well, I never. I'll have you know I was just trying to keep my embarrassment from showing. My embarrassment? But alright. If you need me to explain, I can do that. After becoming a crypter, I summoned Ashwataman to be my servant. After I was assigned this Indian lost belt, the first thing I did was make contact with its king, Arjuna. Once I learned he was basically a god, I spent my first few months here trying to control him as much as I could. But after that foreign god disciple showed up, Arjuna suddenly started behaving strangely. I guess the disciple must have managed to sway him over to his side.
Tell us more. Which disciple? Although we already know, but Ritsuka doesn't.
He's a young man who always wears some sort of Japanese outfit. He calls himself a monk, but he's clearly a failed onmyoji.
An onmyoji?
He's very handsome, but he's also thoroughly twisted and just rotten to the core. Definitely not my type. If I'd approached him, the odds were better than even that one of us would have ended up dead. And we couldn't have that, right? Seeing how we're both technically on the foreign god's side and all. So I always made sure to keep my distance from him. I never even got a chance to find out his true name. At least we know he's in Koyanskia. And it sounds like he's not Father Kotomine. Rasputin either. Oh, T. I'm fond of Koyanskia. She may be evil, but she's a pure sort of evil. You know how she can cross between lost belts?
Bro. Okay, yeah, no, this is definitely the last section.
How she can cross between lost belts as she pleases, right? So I see her every now and then. But I haven't gotten a read on her. It's like she doesn't respect the foreign god, despite being an alter ego. But anyway, Koyanskia doesn't have anything to do with Arjuna. Basically, thanks to the other alter ego, the male disciple, Arjuna started taking a much heavier hand to his world than he ever had before. After that, it sounds like they needed more pawns for running errands and such. So he went and took my contract with Svatamon, all because he just happened to be close by. Ah ha 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 ha! And just like that, Ashvatamon was his, and there was nothing I could do. A lot of good being the crypto was, did me right. At that point, all I could do was laugh at how absurd it all was.
What? He just took a contract from you?
Thinking back on it now, I shouldn't be surprised, considering just how powerful a god he is. I just didn't really get how powerful until he was using that power on me. Then to top all that off, he went and summoned a few more servants on his own. I don't know if he figured out how by studying Svatamon, or if the disciple told him, but I guess it doesn't matter. Point is, once he had more servants on his side, I knew I had zero chance of taking Svatamon back. I got the impression that Svatamon used to be your servant based on our earlier conversation.
Yeah, they quite literally said that.
What I really want to know is, what happened after that? After that, I ran away as fast as my legs could carry me. Of course, I didn't want to die for nothing after all. That's really all it comes down to with me.
But don't you cryptos have a duty to grow your lost belts? Isn't that how you're supposed to determine which one is truly worthy to rule?
Well, sure. With this India, or rather, with Arjuna there, that's just not going to happen. Honestly, I knew it was pointless almost as soon as I got here. Easy to see this world's a dead end, and nothing I can do about that. So I gave up on my responsibilities. I had to grow this world's tree of emptiness. I mean, who cares who the king of the world is if bro, who the king of the world is if you're not alive to see it? Good point. Krishtaria's probably already figured out that my lost spell's a lost cause. In David's case, I'm not sure. I wish he would show at least a little interest in it. But oh well. Oh, that reminds me. I heard you had run-ins with Kadik, Ophelia, and Nakata. Well, if you're not gonna make this personal, I won't either. Besides, I can't go around avenging my comrades or talking about Cryptor's pride, with things as they are right now, can I?
Humph. So you're refusing to comment on the cryptors? Is that it? And as long as we don't bring up the cryptors ourselves, you won't oppose us as one. Is that what you're saying?
Take it however you like. But just knowing that Ritsuka spared Katic and buried Ophelia.
But that wasn't really our fault, though. Ophelia really wasn't our... Okay. Oh, I see. I thought he was saying buried Ophelia as if it was a... Okay, no, I see. Okay, no, he was saying that because we showed her the respect to bury her. Okay.
That's more than enough reason for me to want to avoid fighting her if I can. I noticed you didn't mention Okita Hinako there. What about her? Oh, Okita's a special case. I mean, she wasn't even human, right?
Oh, you knew?
She was never on anyone's side but her own to begin with, so I don't see any reason to avenge her. You knew Okita Hinako was a true ancestor? Okita did a good job keeping her cards close to her chest, but I've always had a good nose for that sort of thing. I knew the instant I arrived at Chaldea that she wasn't actually human.
Oh. You're an odd one, Pepe.
And what did you mean when you said this world is a dead end? Oh yes, that's the last thing I need to tell you about. Arjuna uses his power to destroy and recreate the world over and over, cycling it through periods called yugas. I'll spare you the details for now, but while they're similar in some ways to India's original conception of yugas, they ultimately diverge pretty wildly. We have a couple of problems. First, he's gradually going through the yugas faster and faster. Then there's one of the things he does as he completes each cycle.
Something he does when he remakes heaven and earth in between yuga cycles, We've already been informed about something along those lines, namely the judgment Asha told us about. I can infer what that judgment entails thanks to her telling us it involves everyone dying and coming back to life. But of course, now is not the time for speculation.
Oh, why not? I'd love to get to see you speculating in person, Holmes.
How does it may be to believe, coming from me? I have no intention of interrupting someone else's explanation of a thorny riddle with my own half-baked theories.
Well, if you already know that much, it'd probably be faster to see it for yourselves than anyway. Hi. It's me, Da Vinci, the beautiful genius who's been forced to keep her mouth shut and listen despite being just itching to jump into all this fascinating discussion.
Uh-huh.
Our reality space observation results have finally stabilized, so we can emerge from our zero sail now. The longer we stay submerged, the more chance we have of something going wrong. So while I hate to cut Pepperoncino's explanation off, I really think we should head back to reality space now, especially for our own. What do you say, Gordy?
Alright then, go ahead. But I want our security to remain airtight, and make damn sure we resurface inside the Lost Belt. Inside the Lost Belt, got it?
I got it.
Will it be safe for us to go back outside after we emerge?
Oh, sure. The rules about the Yuga cycle are 100% absolute, so I can promise you Arjuna won't try anything now that we just started a new one. Though when it comes to other dangers, I can't make any guarantees. I mean, I just don't know, you know.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We can't let the mere possibility of danger hold us back. We may not be able to do anything about that cataclysm yet. But we'll just have to assume we'll be able to handle any other threats we run into. Neza and Karna may be gone now, but you still have Mash, myself, and Ganesha the Divine Spirit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, you already know. She's pontificating over the fact she lost Karna again.
Sorry for being so down in the dumps. I'm okay now. I promise.
I know I still have my Ganesha duties to fulfill.
And besides, did you hear what Karna said? He asked me to take care of you for him. Can you believe that?
A super great hero like Karna asking a loser like me for help? How does that work?
Still, I don't think he'd have said that if he hadn't needed my help. So, that must mean he thought I was up to it. That he trusted me as a fellow servant. So I figure I may be a loser, but I can still do my losery best.
If Karna's gonna put his trust in me,
I might as well see if he saw something I didn't. I just don't expect me to be much help.
okay, I won't. Glad to have you with us. Just okay, I won't. Okay, but damn.
I'll come along and help too, of course. Besides, it's easier to explain things when you've seen them in person. Is that alright with you, Ritsuka and Mash?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much, Pepe.
Hold it. What do you think you're doing, Pepperoncino? Have you forgotten you're a prisoner?
Huh?
He just gave us all that information for pretty much nothing. Told us he wouldn't be a threat. We're his only way out of here. Like, but I don't think there's much issue with him coming along with us, Gordy.
Huh? But the border won't be leaving this lost belt until Ritsuka finishes what she came here to do, right? What she came here to do, right? So how could I possibly get away on my own? Besides,
Well, okay, to be fair, you could slip away, wait for us to destroy the tree, then when the storm goes away, you could sneak off on your own, technically. So, I mean...
besides, helping all of you is sure a way to help me survive too. Not to mention that Mashi just looks so adorable after all this time. That I can't help but want to support her anyway, you know. I see. Thank you. Of course. If you insist on keeping me in here, well, I can't blame you for that. But are you sure it's a good idea?
A good idea? Don't be preposterous. Of course I'm sure it's... No, wait, hang on. What if...
Oh my, he's gone so pale. Scared of keeping an unknown element like me in here in the heart of their operations. God, he's so easy to read.
I could have Holmes and Captain restrain him. But what if he's planted a bomb inside his body?
I don't think that's... Okay.
There's something frightening about him that reminds me of a mercenary. He may have said he only wants to survive, but he's obviously not the least bit frightened about dying. I could easily see him blowing himself up and taking us all out with him. So then the safest option would be... Alright, I suppose it would be the humane thing to do. Very well then, just this once, I'll grant you special permission to accompany Ritsuka. But be warned, this permission is contingent on you obeying every order we give you, without question. Refuse and I won't hesitate to take whatever measures I deem necessary. Is that clear?
Okay, that's fair. If I die, I die. Works for me.
You know, I appreciate that Gordy, you know, covers all his bases, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Okay then, let's keep going. Shadow border preparing to emerge. Everyone hold on tight. As soon as we're safely back to reality space, let's go see what this newly remade world is like.
Sounds good to me. Oh yeah. surely it'll be welcoming. Alright, well. With that, like I said, my, like, I'm getting like burps and hiccups that I keep having to mute occasionally for. Probably because I keep compressing my diaphragm when I'm doing those, some of the voices, which isn't good for you. I probably should stop doing that, but it's habit at this point. But I probably really should stop compressing my diaphragm for some of those voices. Really not good for long-term health, I'd imagine. Damn. Darned. Half the time I was thinking you are you going Southern with Pepe's voice. Kind of. Kind of. It just, the Southern voice is like, I don't know. I don't know. It was the only other, like, semi-effeminate voice could do without just being MASH. Really. So, and I imagine Pepe talks kind of high. I don't know. That's the vibe I got from him, but no, maybe not. But yeah, that's the. Way to settle down. But anywho, we heard it slightly in the battle against Ash. Yeah, but like, when I'm like reading things out in English compared to, like, it's hard to copy like the exact tone. So I was just like, I prefer to just give them my own voices and call it a day, rather than trying to copy the exact tone their voiced lines have, I guess. Cause that'd be damn near impossible. Well, I mean, I'm sure some people can do it, but I can't. I can't do that. But yeah, so I was thinking about, like, Neza, right? It almost seemed to imply. I mean, I know you said she, as far as you know, doesn't appear in events past this point, and the way they were talking almost makes it seem like she was just straight up fully no, that wouldn't. Nah, probably not. I say it almost makes it seem like she was just full on obliterated. Like, not just that she. No, because no, there's copies in the throne. I don't know. Plus, there's the other Neza. So yeah, it's probably, yeah, no. I'm sure she's fine. It's probably just Shu event happened after this, and Neza is there. Okay. I think someone said earlier when it happened that she didn't appear past that point, or this point. So I was unsure. We got the foot pick to prove it. You know, I don't get what you know. I'll joke a little bit And, you know, I don't mind feet if they're clean. But, like, I don't see what foot bros see in the... in how how they themselves are... raunchy? Oh. Again, I don't mind them, but and then the attraction to them never made sense to me. Don't remember if Nezza has a speaking role, just one of the uneventful pictures. Yeah, no, no. I feel like you guys brought it up before, but now I'm wondering what this shoe event really is about. Like what possible... What... I don't know, no. When I eventually get around to watching the events, I guess I'll see. But now I'm just curious what possibly led to there being a shoe event. Maybe I don't want to know. maybe I just don't want to know. Might be for the best, I don't know. But anyhow, that's gonna do it. Oh, more evocation servants tonight. Evocation festival welfares. One shoe fanatic would not be enough to justify that. I guess so. So, yeah. Excited to finally get my hands on, Kagatora. And Ishtar, I guess. The Ishtar Rider, that is. And doing their strengthening quests to get the Saint Quartz to, try and get one more hit of Jolter. But anywho, I'm gonna call it there. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, next time we'll see if we can find a way to defeat Arjuna, who is literally God. Did you pre-farm the EXP? No. Cause I believe the Ember quests are getting half AP cost during the Evocation Festival, so I was waiting till then to just, you know, grind it out that way, or try to anyway. We'll see, but yeah. Anywho, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.